Welcome back to another edition of Washington Demon Football here on the Southeast Iowa Video Network, presented by Washington County Hospital and Clinics. It's senior night for the Demons, who are hoping to get to 500 on the year as they face an 0-3 Tuscaloosa side. My name is Jack Knowlton. He's Zeph Walker-L. This is the Demon Football pregame show presented by the N.C. Williams Agency of Farm Bureau Financial Services. Zeph, it's senior night. Before we get into the kind of breakdown of this game, the outlook of it, I want to give the seniors a shout-out. 9 for the Demons. They were honored just shortly before the game, along with the dance and cheer team. Nice ceremony for all of those seniors there. Cale Williams, Rudy Wolf, Aiden Schmitz, Carson Brown, Caden Griner, Carson Ryan, Narek Ramundo, Grant Whistler, and Gatlin Nash, all being honored for the Demons. 9 seniors.
Congrats to those guys.
Yeah, obviously a big night for them. You know, how big is it for Washington to get the win for those guys, for some of the underclassmen to help those seniors out and make sure their night is, one that they can remember fondly instead of, one being remembered with a loss or something.
You know, you named one guy there. Congratulations to all those seniors. But this team is led by quarterback Cale Williams. This game is huge for him. Last game, negative in passing yards. If he wants to make a statement for his senior night, he's got to excel on both ends of the football. Rushing the ball, passing the ball, and getting his teammates involved, because this is all of their senior night. You don't get you don't get that again.
Yeah, that's it. Obviously having it early in the season, just the second home game for Washington as well, and as the Demons run onto the field, it should be a really special one. And you look at this game, Zeph, an interesting one. We were obviously here last Friday, a 16-14 win for the Demons over Burlington. It was, like you mentioned, the ground game for Washington that was working offensively. Some might call it one-dimensional. We talked to Kelly Williams, and he emphasized, no, that was the game plan. He challenged his offensive line. He knew they weren't going to overly rely on the pass, and the ground game was able to get it done. You come in facing an 0-3 Oskaloosa team, but a team that has gotten in shootouts with a couple of teams, including Burlington, of course.
Yeah, they did.
Who they lost to 45-31. But Oskaloosa, 222 passing yards, 4 touchdowns in that game. Washington at 187 rushing yards against this Burlington team. I'm curious your thoughts. It feels like this game could maybe go a couple of ways, whether Washington tries to stick to that strategy. Do they go heavy on the ground? Do they, win the time of possession battle, keep that Oskaloosa offense, which can be dangerous, off of the field? Or do they go for, a strategy of getting in a shootout with them? What do you think we're going to see here tonight in terms of which Washington offense might show up?
Well, I believe Coach talked to them about those passing yards. And when you have a team like Burlington coming in here and they're over 400 passing yards for the season, they're going to put that ball in the air. If you want to battle this Burlington team, not the Burlington team, Oskaloosa, they're desperate. I'd say so. They're desperate for a win. And competing at someone else's home field on their senior night, they've got a chance to make a huge upset. So if I'm Washington, my goal is to throw Oskaloosa all the way off. Don't let them think we're going to ground game. Put the ball in the air. And then the moment that they bite, Cale Williams, take it to the touchdown.
We'll pause just a moment for the conclusion of the national anthem. Continue the pregame show in just a minute. Nice rendition of the national anthem there by the Demon Band, and Zeph to go back and dive into the game we're about to see unfold on the field here tonight between Washington and Oskaloosa. You know, I think you're right. It feels like a game that Washington has the opportunity to get some more of its weapons involved. We've seen this team pass the ball really well, particularly against Mid-Prairie. They put up 135 points in that game. I was going to say 139 passing yards. That was actually against Independence, where they only scored 7 points. But, you know, this feels like a Demon attack that, you know, it's still largely based on the ground, but it feels like an opportunity to get, you know, some more guys involved through the air tonight. But they are facing, you know, an Oskaloosa team that has faced some good competition. They played defeated Mount Pleasant, who looks like they're going to be a force here in Washington's district at 3-0. I mentioned those losses to Burlington. And then they got in a rock fight with Ottumwa, losing that game just 7-0.
Yeah.
So scoreline's a little bit all over the place. A couple of players to note for Oskaloosa is an interesting team led by Coach Brett Dowd. The quarterback for the Oskaloosa Indians, Tyler Edgar, he's a junior, 33 completions on 62 attempts, 467 yards, 6 touchdowns, 5 picks. His primary target has been Kane Boonder, who has 223 yards and 2 scores through the air. Boonder was actually the team's primary quarterback last year, 78 of 149, almost 1,000 yards passing.
That's awesome.
Edgar is a sophomore, a fair amount of experience as well, 25 of 54. So this is a quarterback who is not going to be afraid to take shots down the field, Zeph. But you saw a really impressive Washington defense kind of bottle up a good running back last week. What are you going to be looking for them to bottle up a good quarterback here today? Well,
defensively, Washington showed up last week. And that's something that we talked about with Coach in the postgame show. He mentioned that they knew that Burlington had a weapon, and their goal was to not allow that weapon to go against them. They wanted to target that guy, not in a way of targeting him, but trying to get him off his game, throw him off his square, force Burlington to switch up their offense. And tonight, based on the defense from last game that excelled, we're looking to see a lot of the same.
Yeah, we'll see how Washington can bottle up, or if Oskaloosa, or if we're going to have a shootout on our hands here at Case Field. That'll do it for the pregame show presented by the N.C. Williams Agency of Farm Bureau Financial Services. When we come back, it's kickoff time. Home game number 2, senior night for the Washington Demons. We'll come back in just a few minutes here on the Southeast Iowa Video Network.
At WCHC, our goal is to take great care of our patients and our staff.
We are able to approach you, take care of your issues, but also give you a path, as far as referrals or treating you right then and there.
Our role in the community is taking care of something that matters to everyone. It's their family and their health.
More than you expect for your health care.
There are places where all roads lead to families providing for their loved ones and their community. That's where you'll find us. Generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
At Seafirst Credit Union, we're all about making connections, like how we connect you to that dream vacation with a savings account designed to help get you on the flight there. Connect with Seafirst today and see why together is better.
Your adventure starts here. Capper Auto Group Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram will get you ready in style. Meet with our friendly and experienced team to find a vehicle that gets you on the road and rely on our service shop to keep you there. Capper Auto Group. See yourself the Capper experience. The Connie and Amanda team is dedicated to giving back to our community by actively engaging with our clients, businesses, and the public. When it comes to helping you find your next home, investment, or commercial space, the Connie and Amanda team is here for you.
Introducing Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every meal is a delight. Start your day with our mouthwatering breakfast options and savor flavorful lunches with friends and family. Cap off your day with our delectable dinners. Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every moment is delicious.
Friday night lights at Case Field here on the Southeast Iowa Video Network. Senior night for the Washington Demons, who will receive the opening kickoff from Oskaloosa. The Indians looking for their first win on the season. Washington at 1-2 beat Burlington here on Case Field last week. Jack Knowlton, Zeph Walker-El on the call here this evening. We're wrapping up our pregame show. I didn't see who won the toss, but the Demons will receive and start out with the football. 16-14 win, as I mentioned, is a squib kick to start things out. It's bobbled by Washington, but they fall on it, and we'll start things out at the 23-24 yard line.
Looks as though he probably wanted to go somewhere, but there was a lot of white jerseys headed his way, so.
A lot of white jerseys indeed. Aiden Schmitz looked like the one to fall on it, the wide receiver. See if we hear his name called early in this game. Just one catch for 26 yards, one of the 9 seniors honored today for the Demons. Another one, Cale Williams, comes out under center. 3 of 8 for -2 yards. Zeph mentioned it in the pregame. Doesn't sound like a good passing stat line, but then you see his rushing yards. 21 carries, 157, and 2 tutties on the ground.
Let's not forget those 2 interceptions he got last game, too. Oh!
He hands it off to start things out, and bursting through a hole that time.
That was nice.
Carson Brown.
That's something we didn't get to see last week. We didn't get to see that handoff. It kept getting stuffed.
Gain of 6 yards. There's actually Clayton Evans on the run. Brown coming into the backfield now for Washington. A gain of 6. 2nd and 4.
Second down and 4. They give them 6 on first down.
Williams takes the snap. Another draw play. No, Williams will keep it. Tried to bounce quickly to the outside. Broke a tackle and will get close to the sticks. And they'll move the chains. Williams got enough. So the first Demon first down.
That was a really good decision there by Cale Williams to keep the ball. Confuse that defense.
It was an option play that ended up kind of accelerating up the field with Williams and Evans there. Clayton Evans, just a sophomore. He stands to Williams' right. Motion man is Liam Roberts. He'll take the jet sweep. Trying to get to the outside. Cuts back. Liam Roberts has space down the sideline. Roberts all the way to the 30-yard line of Oskaloosa.
Huge.
And the first explosive play comes from the sophomore, Liam Roberts.
Flag on the field.
And a flag is down back at the Washington 41. And they're going to bring this back.
Oh, I hope he doesn't call a holding.
They haven't picked up the flag yet. And it looks like an illegal block in the back, I believe, is the call. And that will back Washington up and erase the Roberts big game.
That's a good sight to see. That's a really good sight to see. Showed a little bit of a weakness in that Oskaloosa defense.
So a tough break for Washington. It's now 1st and 11 from the Demon 31-yard line. Another motion man, this time Carson Brown. Now Williams going to throw it, lofts it down the field, has a man, and he overshot him.
Can we get a bit of a PI there? No?
No flag is down.
That's a tough call by the refs.
Cale Ashman, the junior defensive back for Oskaloosa, was in coverage.
PIs are so tough at a high school level.
It was a good throw by Williams, just overshot his man. Looked like Nick Stone running the route that time. The wideout junior for Washington. 2nd and 11. But you didn't see shots like that, Zeph, against Burlington.
You didn't.
You see it early here. Now,
you got to expect a Cale Williams run here.
3 receivers now, 4 split out.
Yep.
Williams does keep it. Tries to plow through a tackle and is wrapped up. He lost the football. And Oskaloosa appears to have it. And it's Oskaloosa ball. Williams was hit hard. And it looked like the linebacker Brock Bierbauer, whose name we will probably call a lot tonight, comes up with the takeaway. And so just like that, you go from a Liam Roberts explosive play to a turnover. Washington avoided any turnovers against Burlington, but now, just like that, it is first down Indians from the Demon 39 in excellent position on offense.
That's got to be tough for Washington there.
So a short field now. Tyler Edgar, he's just going to turn around and hand it off. Washington sniffs that one out after a gain of about 2 or 3.
They're going to force Oskaloosa to put that ball in the air. That run game's getting shut down.
Parker Jordan was the ball carrier there, a senior for Oskaloosa. Productive linebacker as well, has 33 carries for 79 yards. This is not an Oskaloosa team that lives by the run game. They have 275 yards as a team this season. That is 6th in their division over there in Class 4A, District 4. Edgar, QB keeper all the way, and he is met and ripped down that time by Clayton Evans.
Clayton Evans was one of the lead tackles for last game against Burlington for that Washington defense, with about 11, I assume.
11 tackles, half a tackle for loss. He's up to, well, make that 26 and a half now for the season. Washington defense being called upon to make a big stop. And now it is 3rd and 8. Can the Demons weather the turnover? High formation is Edgar. He drops back, looks to his left, has a man. Flag comes in. The catch is made. Looks like just short of the line to gain. That time, Cale Ashman on the reception, but we'll check the flag. We saw it.
Interested to know what the call was here. The officials know better than us. I didn't see too much foul play on this one.
Yeah, I was looking toward where Edgar was looking to throw, and the flag came kind of on the other side of the field.
Could be a holding.
And it is indeed a holding. Yeah. That will back up the Indians after a good gain. They were going to have 4th and short, and instead it's going to be 3rd and 18. They're backed up. They're at the Washington 46. Or 44, rather. So 3rd and 22 after the penalty. Again in the I formation.
You can call these jitter plays, you know? Still early.
Toss, and there was movement. Oskaloosa's going to get backed up. Unless it's offside.
Again, back to what I said. These are kind of jitter plays, you know? That's why you're seeing a lot of flags being thrown. The players aren't really into the game just yet.
The laundry has been thrown early by the officials. It was offside on Washington, so that makes it 3rd and 17. More manageable than the 3rd and 22, but still a long way to go for Oskaloosa. They're at the Washington 39. See if Edgar goes under center again. He does indeed in the I formation. Have to be thinking pass here. I would think if you're Oskaloosa, they're going to try to toss play again. Man, the backfield escaping a tackle and getting to the outside. And inside the 35, Clayton Evans made the stop. Oscar Chambers, the junior running back, on the carry. So ground game picking up a nice gain. Oskaloosa can go for it here on 4th and 8 if they like. Chambers is going to come out. Cole Ashman is going to come back in. Chambers was in the negatives for yardage this season. 5 carries for negative 12 yards. But a nice gain there is going to give Oskaloosa a chance to go for it. In shotgun is Edgar. Drops back, looks right. Now fires right, and a good hit. And Washington's going to get off the field. Caden Griner on the stop that time, the productive senior linebacker. So the Demons weather that first turnover and have the ball basically back where they started their opening drive, right on that 30-yard line. Started at the 25 for their first possession. So essentially, Zeph, it's like the first almost 5 minutes of this game have just kind of been wiped clean slate.
Yeah, clean slate.
But obviously, Oskaloosa's defense going to be fired up for that takeaway. They don't have an interception on the year, but that was their 4th fumble recovery. And Cale Williams will have that in the back of his mind when he looks to take off going forward. He keeps this one again, cuts up field, trying to evade a couple defenders, and picks up a nice gain of about 8.
He had me confused there, I'm not going to lie. I thought he had completed the handoff. If he confused me, that defense was definitely confused.
I'll tell you right now, we're going to get a good one in a couple of weeks when Washington plays Fairfield here. Fairfield runs the T formation, so they have 3 guys in the backfield. They do a lot of fake handoffs, and it can be testy to follow for defenses or broadcasters.
Yeah.
Trojans 0-3 on this year. They've had some heartbreakers.
I believe that's homecoming. Yep.
Homecoming indeed. October 3rd, that game. Williams now in the shotgun. Oskaloosa jumped. Washington didn't see it. Williams escapes a tackle. Flag is down in the backfield, and I think we're going to get another hold on Washington.
That's tough.
Either a hold, maybe an illegal block. Williams looked like he picked up the first down on that outside zone.
Defender out of the way to get Williams free to the far side.
Yeah, and an illegal block called on Washington. So penalties aplenty for both teams. Nick Stone coming into the game. That's who Williams looked to take the deep shot to in the first drive of the game for the Demons before the turnover. They now have it 2nd and 11 from their own 29. Williams out of the shotgun. Oskaloosa creeping up to the line of scrimmage. Linebacker there, Brock Bierbauer, who got the turnover. Williams going to keep it. Tries to cut up a hole and gets these penalty yards back. That's going to set up 3rd and manageable for the Demons. Looks like 3rd and about 4 or 5.
Back to that ground game. You know, they say if it isn't broke, don't fix it.
Williams confidently going back to that ground game after that first fumble. I'll correct myself, misread the markers for a minute. It's 3rd and 2, so very manageable here for Washington. 5:40 remaining, 0-0 between Washington and Oskaloosa. Motion man, and
he fought for that.
Up the middle and picking up the first down.
That was huge.
That is Caden Griner, and that is his first offensive play of the season.
That was big.
Griner didn't have a carry yet all year, and they trusted the senior in a big moment. He moves the chains for the Demons.
Big first down for the Demons.
1st and 10 Washington, ball on the 43-yard line.
They could be going to the air here.
Out of the pistol, one running back behind him. Fakes the handoff, keeps it, and is swallowed up in the backfield. All over it that time. Oskaloosa, that was Parker Jordan on the stop. Loss of 2 yards, it looks like, or they'll give him 1, 2nd and 11. That was just good penetration by Oskaloosa. This offensive line looked so good against Burlington for Washington. They've created some good outside zone runs, I feel like, Zeph, that have been called back for penalties otherwise for the Demons. Yeah. Williams takes the snap. He does look outside. Looking to pass and is wrapped up and dragged down. And another big loss. Grady Kennedy on the stop.
That's tough.
That'll go down as a sack for Kennedy. Coming into the year, 6.5, coming to the game rather, 6.5 tackles. And he met Williams had no options. There were two receivers running routes. Both kind of covered, tried to go out to that wide side, and now 3rd and 15. We'll see if Washington maybe tries to set up a potential 4th down pickup opportunity, or if they take a shot here to get it all with 15 yards to go to move the chains. Williams now this time rolls out to his left, fires, and overthrows his man Stone, and the Demons will have to punt.
He was spreading to this near side. He had Stone. He also got a short and Peyton Graham, but he's failing to.
No sign of life from either side yet. Still early in the game. Credit to both sides of the defense, though.
Yeah, both defenses playing well. Williams had Nick Stone there. It would not have been enough for the 1st down, but you would have thought, you would be wondering, I'm left wondering what maybe Washington would have tried to do if he did pick that up. Instead, Stone will drop back to send it away. He's been a productive punter, Nick Stone, this year.
Yeah, he had a really good punt last game.
That one toward the sideline, that one not as good, but nevertheless gets it into Oskaloosa territory. And Stone coming in 7 punts for 224 yards, averaging 32 yards per punt. He did not have those duties last year as a sophomore, so he's stepped in and done a good job for the most part. So Oskaloosa comes back on the field. Their short field drive was stalled after the takeaway, and some good Washington defense and penalties as well, Zeph, which is kind of becoming a story here of this first quarter.
I think we can take it back to our conversation in the pregame show of, are we going to be seeing a shootout here? You know, I guess Oskaloosa has to, show us who's going to strike first at least.
They try the toss again, bouncing to the outside. Oskaloosa. First play goes out of bounds that time. Aiden Plum on the carry. Plum, another player not involved much on this Oskaloosa offense. He is their kicker. And it didn't get anything on that one. Loss of 3 yards. 2nd and 13.
Oh.
Bobbles the snap. Washington wraps him up. Trying to bounce to the outside is Edgar, and he is wrestled to the ground. Edgar bobbled the snap, and that play was doomed as soon as that happened. And another loss is going to back up Oskaloosa even further.
Again, another credit to that Washington defense and reading that. Though it was a miss snap, the defense was able to get back there before he was able to take off.
So a botched snap and a nothing burger on the toss play, and it is 3rd and 23 for Oskaloosa. Edgar under center. Drops back. Has to just fire. They're going for a screen play, and they are going to get a free play. That's going to go down as a roughing the passer call, it looks like, on the screen. Edgar missed
that's tough.
His target, Parker Jordan.
That is tough if that's a rough.
Absolutely decked quarterback Edgar.
But that was Grayson Hartman who came through and just crunched Edgar after he got rid of the football, and the referee was right on it. So that's going to be a 15-yard pickup.
Should result in the 1st down.
So a big call.
They don't get an automatic 1st down.
And they don't get the 1st down, but it will be 3rd and a lot more manageable.
They are going to make a 1st down and 10.
And you're right, Zeph.
Yeah.
Credit to you. Automatic 1st down on
I was confused for a second. I'm
they
like,
hadn't changed the chains.
Yeah,
I was like, well, I
you
guess
get a 1st down if you touch that quarterback after the ball's gone.
It's the rule in most levels, so I figured it'd apply here, and it does indeed. So 1st down Oskaloosa, and that's a drive saver and another killer penalty for Washington. So Edgar with a fresh set of downs.
You won't see many plays like that again from the Washington defense.
Edgar on the keeper, he gets nowhere. Trying to bounce to the outside. A couple of Washington defenders in on the stop.
They're pretty composed, so that was just a mishap there.
Yeah, it's obviously tough. You have so many close calls you see when, it's hard to stop your momentum as a defender. Unfortunately, that one for Hartman, just with the screen pass and him having already dumped it off, felt like a fairly easy one in the end for the ref to call. And The visitors going to call their first timeout of the half. We'll send it to a brief break for the timeout. You're watching Washington Demon football on the Southeast Iowa Video Network, powered by Washington County Hospital and Clinics.
My name is Levi Lyle. I have lived in Kyoto my entire life, but I've been an organic farmer for about a decade. Truly, the reason to do business locally is because of the joy and fulfillment that comes in relationships. Coming to Professional Proteins is an opportunity to work with good people.
At Washington Lumber and Home Center, our extensive knowledge, great pricing, and a long list of local installation experts, you are guaranteed to get the service you deserve with the quality you should expect. Washington Lumber and Home Center, your local place for great results.
Coming out of the timeout, 2nd and 10 from the Oskaloosa 36-yard line. Washington Demon football on the Southeast Iowa Video Network. Jack Knowlton, Zeph Walker L. It's been a stalemate defined by penalties as we get to the dying embers of the first quarter. Still a 0-0 ball game.
Again, we'd like to get the benefit of the doubt. It's early. Both teams are still getting their jitters out. But we've got to see something happen from someone.
Edgar drops back, fires over the middle, has a man. Another flag is down. Catch was made at the 42-yard line of Oskaloosa. We'll check the flag. Refs again talking it over. This has been a rough first half, or first quarter rather, for really both teams with these penalties. And it's holding on Oskaloosa, so that will wipe out the pass over the middle for Edgar. It's felt like every even semi-productive play in this opening 12 minutes has just been wiped away with the flag, Zeph.
Yeah, unfortunately. Maybe the break into the second quarter, they'll get with their team, their coaches, and get some talking to so they can calm down, lock in, get focused.
So 2nd and 10 from the 27. Reminder, this drive alive because of the Washington penalty on 3rd down. Refs talking something over again. Oskaloosa coming into this game, I mentioned 0-3. Brett Dowd in his 5th season running the program, 9-26 as head coach. Kelly Williams for Washington in his 2nd season as head coach. He obviously has been a long time member of this Washington staff, and they're backing Oskaloosa up even more. Looks like now 2nd and 20. They're getting the spot right. Edgar drops back, rolls out, has a man. The catch is made. Nice move that time and getting upfield. Still running. That time is Aiden Plum. And the often little used running back has had a big involvement for Oskaloosa in this first quarter.
You know, you got to be a little timid. It's almost like, did they want to throw a flag there? We saw some good football. We saw a good play coming from the Oskaloosa Indians, of course, but solid.
Plum able to shake off a tackle, and it'll be 1st and 10 from the 50-yard line. Chance to keep this lengthy drive going. Oskaloosa and bring it into Washington territory. Handoff goes to Parker Jordan, and he is swallowed up. And this Oskaloosa rush attack, which has struggled all year, has not been able to get going against this Demon defensive line.
I said that early in the game. That run game is not going to work against these Washington Demons.
That'll be a loss of 3 on the play for Jordan.
They're stuffing everything.
Final minute of this first quarter, and Zeph, I'm curious your thoughts. What is the message when you go into the second quarter? Is it as simple as just limit the mistakes and the explosive plays will come? It feels like you could say that for either team at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I think the conversation is going to be, consistent both sides.
Edgar takes the snap, rolls out to his right, looks for a man now, tucks it, tries to run, and he's shoved out of bounds that time. Clayton Evans again over there to stop the quarterback for Oskaloosa. Eric Raimundo in the area as well, a couple of seniors for the Demons. Gain of 3 for Edgar. That'll bring up 3rd and 7. 33 seconds left in the opening quarter.
If you're Oskaloosa, do you throw the ball here, as you know they're prepared for the run, and the passing game has shown a little bit of life.
Edgar in the shotgun, drops back. Washington bringing a little bit of pressure, fires over the middle, and the pass is dropped. Omar Garcia, the intended target, and should have had that one.
Yeah, that was right in his hands.
Wide open over the middle. That would have picked up the first down. Instead, the Indians will punt back to Washington.
Credit to the quarterback for that vision. He was able to see that man come across that middle. It was a blink of a second. It was like one of those windows. And if you didn't hit him right there, it wasn't going to go at all. He just got to hold on to that ball.
Tyler Edgar is back to punt. He is the team's punter.
Botch,
drop snap. Edgar tries to dive on it. Eventually scooped up by Oskaloosa, but that's going to set up Washington in excellent field position.
So again, it goes back to what we said. When this second quarter, when they get this break, they're going to be communicating on errors. Errors have been the death of both sides of the teams, or both sides.
That's 2 snap issues that we've seen now for Oskaloosa. So Washington a chance to capitalize. Oskaloosa unable to do so off of the Demon turnover. Now Washington a chance on the turnover on downs. I will say credit to Oskaloosa's Keelan Padgett there. He was the one who fell on it.
Yeah.
One of the offensive linemen. That could have been a potential scoop and score opportunity.
Definitely a scoop and score. Washington has a chance to close out this first quarter with some points on the board.
Demons starting things out on the Oskaloosa 32 prime field position for the senior Cale Williams and his cohorts. Motion man Williams going to hand it off. A little trickeration. Nick Stone's going to fire it as Williams. He overthrew it. Oh my goodness.
That was a phenomenal play.
Washington getting fancy.
That was a phenomenal call.
Nick Stone has thrown a few passes in his Demons career, just unable to find his quarterback, who was wide open in acres of space. A well-executed trick play. Credit to the Demons, but doesn't cash in.
Yeah, whoever wrote that up, we're gonna hope that we can see that again. That was nice.
A little razzle-dazzle is, I believe, what we call that. Carson Brown flipped it to Nick Stone, by the way, on the jet sweep.
Perfect. Everything was prime.
Williams hands
right
it
through
off.
the middle.
Bursting through the middle is Brown, and he'll be run down, but a nice gain, and another flag comes in late. So we'll check this penalty.
2, it looks like.
Yeah, couple of flags down. Right, and the flag came in right where Brown got tackled. We'll check the flag. And it's a face mask. And so that's going to set the Demons up in an even better spot. Ball at the 9-yard line. And the game clock on the first quarter is going to expire. And that will do it for quarter number 1. So a stalemate after 12 minutes, but Washington knocking on the door. They have first and goal at the 9. We'll send it to a quick break. Come back for the second quarter. You're watching Washington football on the Southeast Iowa Video Network, powered by Washington County Hospital and Clinics.
At Southeast Iowa Cabinets and Strabela Construction, we provide everything from design to complete installation of your kitchen cabinets. For small town service with competitive prices, Southeast Iowa Cabinets and Strabela Construction are here for you. At Wolf Floral, you'll find everything you need to spruce up your summer. Located on the southeast corner of the Washington Square, we've got you covered from small gift items to the finest floral arrangements around. Wolf Floral, unique by choice, not by chance.
In the heart of rural Iowa, where community matters most, the connections we make are made to last. Meet KCTC, your hometown internet, phone, and TV provider. At KCTC, we're not just about technology, we're about people. Our dedicated team are your neighbors, committed to bringing you top-tier services right where you live. We believe in giving back to the community that raised us. Experience the power of a real connection with KCTC. Join us in building a stronger, more connected Southeast Iowa.
And we're back here at Case Field with some Washington Demon football. Stalemate coming out of the first quarter. Washington is set up on the 9-yard line, which would be second and goal, looking to get the first points as we start the second quarter here against the Oskaloosa Indians.
Yeah, real just stalwart defensive efforts, back and forth stalemate. We're going to see if the Demons can crack the first ice of the game here and get into this end zone.
Yeah, we're looking good. We're looking good. Had a trick play to close out that first quarter. See if we can see more of that. We got a touchdown.
He's in.
Touchdown.
You know, they continued to go to that well that they went to in the whole first quarter with a little bit of that dive play, just a straight quarterback keeper just off the right side of center between that guard. Finally ends up in pay dirt.
Looks like Cale Williams puts the first point on the board there. Good way to keep it. They're going back to the whale. Looks like instead of kicking it, they're going to go for two here.
So they've been doing this a lot all year. What they'll do is they'll go and size up the opposing defense just to see how they'll react first, and then they like to decide, hey, are we going to go two? Are we going to go one?
Yeah,
a lot of times you've seen them just going just to the regular standard conversion.
You know, after seeing that trick play in the first quarter, you don't know what to expect now from
absolutely.
Washington. Oh, they did. They are going for two. Oh, and he gets stuffed. Nick Stone there, the receiver. So they did try to go for two.
Maybe they saw something. And a lot of times that should be an option, you know, that they're allowed to just make that decision really on the fly.
Yeah.
But right there, maybe a little misread. Oskaloosa was quick to get out there. Met him at the sticks. No go.
Washington 6-0 here against the Oskaloosa Indians. First points on the board.
Check out Community Profiles every Thursday, where our host, Greta Clemens, talks with people from around Washington about their stories and highlighting upcoming events. Make sure to tune in to Community Profiles every Thursday at 10 on the Southeast Iowa Live Facebook and YouTube page. Here at The Morning Breath, we start every morning with style and grace. Engaging you with thoughtful and critically thinking topics to start your day.
Did you know that Pop-Tarts are like horrible for you?
While always maintaining.
And we're back here at Case Field watching Washington Demon football. Washington puts the first point on the board. Cale Williams attacked straight down the middle for 6. And then an attempt to go for 2, but stuffed. Washington here to kick the football off. Let's see how Oskaloosa wants to respond.
Washington leads Oskaloosa 6-0.
It's a
You get the feeling in this game, Seth, that it's almost like a high-intensity game of chicken. Who's going to blink first? Because, again, just back and forth. It's not a lot of fireworks. You know, we've seen some other games that are high-scoring affairs back and forth. This one, at least for now, we can always change, but at least for now, it just feels like this is going to be one of those, 17 to 14 or 17-13 games, maybe 14-13, something like that, just the way both defenses are really going at each other.
But according to Oskaloosa's previous games, yes, they are coming in with 0-3.
Okay.
They had a bit of shootouts, They've put a lot of points on the board, so it's like you want to see some strong points by Oskaloosa, but this Washington defense is not going to allow it. Second down here.
That's going to be Brock Pierpower on the carry.
It's going to be second and about 4 here for Oskaloosa.
It's been really interesting to see how the Demons' defenses last couple games have really clamped down. I was talking to Coach Kelly Williams before the game about his philosophy of burn the boats, but we'll get back to that after this play.
Yeah. Oskaloosa comes out in the I formation. Could be seeing a run play here. And the handoff. And it looks like he gets the first down.
Just that
handoff
second,
there to Parker Jordan, senior.
A little bit of second effort after that. Yeah, the yards after contact, those yak yards. We like those.
Yeah, we do.
So he was just able to take another couple steps, fall forward, was able to pick up that first down.
You know, as a senior, you got to be expecting people that are scouting your performance. So those extra yards are something that these college coaches and these college scouts would love to see.
Absolutely.
Someone who doesn't give up on the play. They're just going to push through. Oskaloosa again. Another handoff here.
Great gang tackle there by the Demons.
Gain of about 2, maybe. Here again on.
But I was talking to Coach before the game. He said one thing we've been discussing these last 2 weeks is we got to burn the boats. And someone's like, well, I said, what do you mean by burn the boats?
Yeah.
He said, let's look up the definition. He talked about making a complete commitment to a goal or a path, really by eliminating any possible retreat. Is the whole idea. That goes all the way back to Cortez burning his ship so his men would be motivated. So no retreat.
Oh, the fake handoff, and he passes. Oh. Intended target there.
Late flag coming in on the play. I don't know about that one, Zeph. That was really close. Great pressure was applied in the backfield there. I believe that was Caden Griner coming in off the edge that caused the quarterback to rush the throw. It looked like pretty doggone good defense to me, but we'll see what they got on the field. It's a call.
Bit of a mirroring from the first quarter here. Just a bunch of flags.
A lot of conversation here. Still no signal. They're going to go with pass interference.
Oh, that's a tough call there. That's a tough one.
I'm probably going to get fired after my first week of being on here, but I would really have to strongly disagree with that call. It was really good defense.
Yes, indeed. Oskaloosa coming back out in the I formation, which worked for them in a handoff.
Bierbauer, I believe. That was a beautiful quick handoff to the up back there.
Right up the middle, gain of about 5 yards there. Again, Oskaloosa got this from a penalty pass interference. Questionable pass interference, we'll say. Nonetheless.
But you win some, you lose some, right?
I mean,
it goes back and forth. I'm going to go back to the first quarter, though. I mean, Stone was breaking free in the open, and that one was, I thought, not even close, and with no flag there, so very interesting.
That was tough call. Looks like Egger's going to take it himself.
Quarterback keeper, good run.
Oh, and he's stuffed down just shy of about 3 yards.
Good patience by him on that run. I mean, you saw him working his way, following his blocks, got to the outside, then cut back up in. It seemed really nice job being patient behind his blockers there.
Yes, indeed. And about 3rd and about 3. Oskaloosa Indians looking to put some points on this drive as they had a long drive in the first, which resulted in multiple penalties, a botched Oskaloosa step back on a short intended target there, Heaven Knox. That's his second drop of a pass, we'd say. Still 4th down and 2nd.
Well, good pressure there. Brady Krantz coming up there. He's a junior on that defensive line, outside linebacker. He's about 6'3", 225. He was in the backfield in a hurry. Really think that caused maybe Edgar to rush his throw just a little bit there.
For sure. Oskaloosa look like they're going to go for it instead of bringing out the kicking squad. Back out here in the I formation. 2 yards to get. Edgar with the long pass.
Oh, he way overthrew that one.
Way over. And a turnover on downs as Cale Williams and his offense comes back on the field. Again, you're watching Washington Demon football live here on the Southeast Iowa Video Network, powered by Washington County Hospital and Clinics. Washington Demons lead 6-0 here in the second quarter.
At WCHC, our goal is to take great care of our patients and our staff.
We are able to approach you, take care of your issues, but also give you a path, as far as referrals or treating you right then and there.
Our role in the community is taking care of something that matters to everyone. It's their family and their health.
More than you expect for your health care.
There are places where all roads lead to families providing for their loved ones and their community. That's where you'll find us. Generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
And we're back here with Case Field with Washington Demon football. A fake handoff and a pass there.
Complete to Carson Brown.
And he fought for those extra yards. Another flag tossed on the field.
A lot of laundry tonight. I don't know. I'm trying to think where this could be from.
You might as well paint the field yellow with the amount of flags we've seen tonight.
Could walk from one side of the field to the other. Let's see what we got. Usually they should give us an initial signal, but an ineligible man downfield.
It's a tough call.
Yep. That is a tough call. Yeah, that was in the area where that side judge throwing that flag. Looks like we maybe had a lineman down the field a little too far.
Cale Williams puts the ball in the air and they immediately take back his yards. It's got to be upsetting there. You see Coach Kelly Williams with his hands up in the air, wondering.
Yeah, it was a real nice effort, too, by Brown. Again, getting those yak yards. Unfortunately wiped out by a penalty.
Let's see how the Demons will respond to that penalty. Cale Williams with one in his backfield. Man in motion. Fake handoff, another pass. Oh, and it's deflected.
Just behind him.
Deflected there by Parker Jordan.
That was intended for Aiden Schmitz.
We see a bit of a difference in offense here with these first two snaps from Washington as they're looking to put the ball in the air a bit more. Let's see if they'll go back to the whale on this one. And we'll get Cale Williams to run this football as they're on 2nd and 15 following that penalty marker. Snap from Cale Williams and a handoff. Oh, handoff there. Looks like to number 5, Carson Brown.
I'll say number 16, Cortland, is a minor meter. He came in and really a nice shoestring tackle, because if he does not make that tackle, there is a lot of real estate coming downhill towards the 45, 50-yard line for Brown to get those legs going.
We're on 3rd and 9 here. If you're Washington, you want to pick up some big yards here as you're not on your side of the field, or you're still on your side of the field, so you don't want to give the ball back to Oskaloosa with this position.
If they give him some time, they took a couple shots early. I'd like to see him do that again. Maybe stretch the field a little bit, keep these guys honest. Blitz off the edge there.
Oh, we got a run from Cale Williams, and he's gone!
Oh, he might be house. This is a house call.
The 30,
he's going.
The 20, the 10! We've got another touchdown for Cale Williams!
Wow.
And the Washington Demons!
I say, if you saw coming off the left edge there, Trenton Griffin was coming on a blitz. Williams saw it, and whether it was play design or it just worked out, he read it, cut towards us, and then back up the field, and just the acceleration, the torque on that boy. The absolute torque.
It's almost like you saw the wind behind him, and all the wind was just white jerseys.
We love a good house call. He broke one here, was it last week against Burlington?
Yes, he did.
It was really a similar yardage situation as well.
Yes.
You give him a little sliver of daylight, he's going to make you pay.
It's about a 60-yard rush there for Cale Williams, which led to a touchdown.
It's interesting to me. The man has great field vision, and his dad is an optometrist. So who knew, right? It's kind of a wild thing.
That is, right? And right down the middle there as Washington gets the extra point. Good kick there from Braden Tappan. We'll be back here with Demon Football, Washington.
At Seafirst Credit Union, we're all about making connections, like how we connect you to that dream vacation with a savings account designed to help get you on the flight there. Connect with Seafirst today and see why together is better.
Your adventure starts here. Capper Auto Group Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram will get you ready in style. Meet with our friendly and experienced team to find a vehicle that gets you on the road, and rely on our service shop to keep you there. Capper Auto Group, See yourself the Capper experience. The Connie and Amanda team is dedicated to giving back to our community by actively engaging with our clients, businesses, and the public. When it comes to helping you find your next home, investment, or commercial space, the Connie and Amanda team is here for you.
And we're back here with Washington Demon football as Washington Demons lead 13-0 against the Oskaloosa Indians. A touchdown coming off that last drive from Cale Williams, about 60 yards rushing as he just broke right down the middle of the field into the end zone. Washington set up for kickoff.
And dare I say, a little shorter of stature riding that, but a little bit of Eric Crouch from way back in the day, Heisman, Nebraska, maybe mix in a little footwork of some, dare I say, Barry Sanders-esque with some cutback? Okay, I'm exaggerating, but you get my point.
Cale, if you're listening, you just got a Barry Sanders comparison here. That's got to be huge. Nonetheless, great touchdown there for Cale Williams.
I'm showing my age, though, talking about Eric Crouch and Barry Sanders, you know what I mean?
And an accepted kick there. Oh, he's running down the field. He's gaining.
So
tackled at about the 45-yard line. Heaven Knox, you said, yeah?
Yep. Seniors, wide receiver, safety, 5'10", about 180 pounds.
Every kick so far this game has been just stuffed down there and just stayed, and they didn't want to go anywhere with it, but Heaven Knox said, I'm going to take this ball somewhere. We're going to see the Oskaloosa Indians take the ball from the 45-yard line to start their drive.
And these are the kind of games you find out a lot about the fortitude of the soul of your teams. It's not pretty, it's not flashy, you're just grinding for the first couple quarters, and you're just waiting for a couple of those big plays like that last one that can really be the difference to put you over the top.
Oh, and a handoff there. A toss, might I say, to Heaven Knox. Don't think he picked up anything there.
Yeah, great pursuit by number 55, Narek Ramundo. They're the senior outside linebacker. Again, just a couple of good-sized guys, 6'3", 225. I'm trying to run away from that guy if he's coming down on me, Steph. I'm not going to lie to you, but
that is a big guy there.
He was not. He hung on and was not letting go.
Looks like we got a gain of about 1 there. Oskaloosa coming out in that I formation once again. We know what they like to do out of this potential run play, but he tosses it off to Heaven Knox, who breaks free, and he's taking it down the side of the field and tackled out of bounds, picking up the first down there for the Oskaloosa Indians.
He was, it was a bit almost like a locomotive. It took him a second to get outside and get those engines going, but once he did, I did not think he was going to get the quarter turn, and he proved me wrong and got to the outside. Excellent run.
Yeah, you got to credit him on that because
absolutely.
Washington's defense hasn't allowed too much of the breakaways. And when they did, there was a flag thrown on the field, and then it got called back. So
which time? Okay, all right.
We're looking good here. Washington again. Oh, and then there's a botched snap. The ball's down.
I see the exchange there between Edgar and the up back. Fumble on the play.
Do we get a Washington Demon football?
I believe we do.
Looks like they recovered it, and the Washington Demons recover the football from what looked like it could have been a botched snap, a botched handoff. There was an error made there, miscommunication from the Oskaloosa Indians, which led to a recovery from the Washington Demons.
I say he took that snap and he turned, and you could tell he was reaching out and he was looking back behind him. It was almost like the running back went to the wrong side, or he handed to the wrong side. The ball was just bobbling and dropping.
Definitely a miscommunication there. If you're the coach, you don't like that one, as you just came out with a great momentum drive with that big pickup from Kevin Knox, and it just gets turned all around. Now we have Washington Demons coming down the field.
Now, if you're Coach Kelly Williams and company here, you're really looking to step on the throat at the end of this half. Maybe get a good drive down, go up 3 scores, because Oskaloosa is going to get that ball back at the start of the second half. So you'd really like to keep pushing this out of reach and really have them thinking.
Oh, we got another run there from Cale Williams, who gets stuffed in the backfield. Loss of about 5 to 6 yards there, looks like. We'll wait on the official call from the officials. Loss of about 4 yards, actually.
That seemed like a solid run blitz. They blew the entire backfield up really quick. You wonder in this case, maybe a quick slant or something just to offset, maybe from the tight end spot. There's just something really quick that will allow Williams to be able to unload that ball fast and keep that defense honest. Maybe just trickle in something like that a little bit. I don't know.
Indeed, we're 2nd and 14 here. Washington still leads 13-0. And another handoff there. Oh, and he's breaking away. Oh, that's a spin move. What a spin move there. Coming off of...
Couldn't quite make tell if that was Griner, which number that was. It was a absolute phone booth, and it was about 10 guys inside of about 3 square feet.
You got to love the blockers though when they're there to protect their halfback, making sure that he's able to pick up those extra yards. A gain of about 7 there, which could have looked better if they weren't in the negative of yards right there.
Yes.
3rd and 7. Washington looking for a big play here, as they are in the middle of the field. And he's spinning out. And a pass there.
There it is.
Got it.
There it is.
There's the first down. He's breaking away. He's not going down. He fought for those extra yards.
Nick Stone.
Nick Stone is the receiving catcher there.
Just a simple down and in, and then it created space for Stone. That time he put the ball in the money for him, and very Gronkowski-esque, dragging tacklers with him.
Yes, you did.
Up the middle of the field.
And you said they needed to throw. They needed to offset the Indians' defense, and they did so just there.
So when you watch them, and when they start to creep up toward the line like that, and you get into those run blitz situations and others, there's some real estate right there in that soft spot in the middle.
First down on the 30th yard line here. Washington setting up for a big play here. And a handoff. Oh, Kel Williams keeps it. And he runs and he breaks on the outside. Oh, and he's tackled out of bounds. But not before. Let's see if he got the first down there. Looks like he's about a yard shy of first down. We're going to go 2nd and 1, or could be 2nd and inches.
It's a real nice job with the stiff arm there when he slipped out of the backfield, allowed him to pick up just a few more yards and create an extremely manageable second down here with second and about a banana peel.
Yes, Washington excels at those fake handoffs where you don't know if Kel Williams is going to hand it off to Carson Brown or Clayton Evans. Kel Williams with the snap, and he does hand it off here. Oh, and Clayton Evans just gets tackled after gaining the first down, though. Washington is past the 20th yard line. Not just in the red zone yet, but inching closer and closer. First down from the Washington Demons. As you have about 3 minutes to go here in the second quarter.
So they're really taking their time here again. It's just that methodical drive, just closing out, hoping to close out this half, the Demons are.
They want to put a big point on the board, and Kel Williams just breaks away. And he's going. He's all the way in. Let's see if Kel Williams takes it. And a touchdown for Kel Williams and the Washington Demons.
So I got another comparison for you, Seth. That is Shades was Jalen Hurts right now. I don't know if that's, but
that was a Jalen Hurts
quarterback keeper all the way, just rolling to the left side, lead blockers out in front of him. Plenty of open space for him. Great play call there.
As I said earlier in the broadcast, if it isn't broke, you don't have to fix it. Washington Demons excel with those quarterback sneaks, those quarterback draws. Kel Williams knows how to, and he's breaking away again for 2 points. Kel Williams. He picks up the 2-point conversion there as Washington takes a commanding 21-0 lead against the Oskaloosa Indians. As we are trying to get into the third quarter here, Washington looks to put some great points on the board. You're watching Washington Demon football from the Southeast Iowa Video Network.
Introducing Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every meal is a delight. Start your day with our mouthwatering breakfast options and savor flavorful lunches with friends and family. Cap off your day with our delectable dinners. Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every moment is delicious.
My name is Levi Lyle. I have lived in Kyoto my entire life, but I've been an organic farmer for about a decade. truly the reason to do business locally is because of the joy and fulfillment that comes in relationships. Coming to Professional Proteins is an opportunity to work with good people.
At Washington Lumber and Home Center, our extensive knowledge, great pricing, and a long list of local installation experts, you are guaranteed to get the service you deserve with the quality you should expect. Washington Lumber and Home Center, your local place for great results.
And you're back here at Case Field watching Washington Demon football as they lead 21-0 against the Oskaloosa Indians, live on the Southeast Iowa Video Network. I'm Zeph Walker L here with my temp broadcast partner,
the temp employee,
John Woodward.
I'm not even making it a full game, just a quarter. Jack's out there taking pictures.
Oh, Oskaloosa looking to break away on that run there, but they got stuffed down on their own 25-yard line.
So Zeph, Cale Williams really just going back to that last touchdown and then two-point conversion. It's like, hey, I'm going to give you this touchdown, but wait, there's more. Hold my Gatorade.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and get this two-point conversion too as well.
Yeah.
So
I don't see any mustard on the sideline tonight, so I think Cale's feeling pretty good. And he's using those legs for sure.
Absolutely.
Oskaloosa wants to put something on the board before they go into halftime, where they are going to be retaining possession.
And that's the thing too. If you're Oskaloosa's coaching staff right now, it's like, hey, you know what? If you can make something happen here, if you could put something on the board in this drive, then you get the ball coming out. If you can do something there, then hey, it's right back to a one-score game. So it's imperative that they not just lay down here.
Oh, and a fake pass there. He's trying to run. Edgar with a pass. Oh, and a flag on the field.
Yeah, I think you're going to get a hold there in the backfield.
Definitely going to be a holding there. You know, sometimes you can't be upset with a holding. You want to protect your quarterback at all costs. So,
yeah.
But right there was just a bit too much.
That could have been number 74, Kyron Smith, and he was just pulled off on the side. Looks like one of the coaches was just encouraging him a little bit.
If you're the Demons, you want to keep pushing the Indians back. You want them to be as far as they can, almost in the end zone.
Yep.
And just keep up the effort. Turn this into maybe a 4-0 game. We'll see as we have 1st and 20 for the Oskaloosa Indians. They've been in a lot of these positions this game. Back to that I formation here for the Indians. Fake handoff. Edgar trying to run it, and he's sacked.
Dropped
in the backfield. Sacked. Number 7, Brady Krantz there made that sack. He got back there. He was behind Tyler Edgar.
And you credit two things there, right? It's one, obviously, the relentless pursuit of your defensive line, but also that's almost like a coverage sack because the DBs are back there. They're doing their job. They're not allowing Edgar to really feel comfortable with what he's looking at and seeing. So great job all the way around by the Demons there.
Looks like we got a timeout taken there from the Oskaloosa Indians. Take a quick break here on the Southeast Iowa Video Network.
At Southeast Iowa Cabinets and Strabela Construction, we provide everything from design to complete installation of your kitchen cabinets. For small town service with competitive prices, Southeast Iowa Cabinets and Strabela Construction are here for you. At Wolf Floral, you'll find everything you need to spruce up your summer. Located on the southeast corner of the Washington Square, we've got you covered from small gift items to the finest floral arrangements around. Wolf Floral, unique by choice, not by chance.
And we're back here with Washington Demon football as the Demons look to take a time out there to discuss some things as they're continuously pushing the Oskaloosa Indians back. 2nd and 23, 11 seconds before the 2-minute warning. Got a snap here. Tyler Edgar with a pass downfield. Oh, and it could have been an interception there. His intended target running down the sideline there.
Looking for Kane Bender, looks like, coming up that sideline. I tell you right now, if you're Washington's defense right now, this has to be a situation where that Oskaloosa is wanting to take chances and make a play here. So you got to really put your land shark hat on. It's got to be like sharks in blood-infested waters.
Yes,
just go
indeed.
for the kill in this case, because man, if you could just take a pick six here, a scoop and score, something, just really bust this thing open and move into the locker room.
They've got to expect that the Indians are going to keep throwing the ball. They don't want to put the ball on the ground and lose.
There it is! You spoke it!
I did. I spoke it up.
The announcer's curse, ladies and gentlemen.
Unpack the pile.
It looks like Washington recovered the football.
They did.
A botched snap.
Wow. I believe Oskaloosa was able to still retain possession. Yeah, Oskaloosa was able to retain possession.
Nonetheless, we are 4th and 23. We've got the 2-minute warning that just happened there.
The moment you said it, you said, you don't want to put the ball on the ground, and the ball went on the ground.
It did.
It was incredible.
Refs are resetting the play clock there. Looks like Oskaloosa's going to
say if they get off a clean punt here, watch the man in the pink gloves, Liam Roberts, right here. He's only a sophomore, but explosive. Has already taken some long touchdowns this year for the Demons. He's got a lot of speed and quickness, that young man.
Just got Tyler Edgar back there to kick the ball, looks like. You got to know, if you're Oskaloosa, you're going to hear an earful from your coach in the locker room after this. It's too many botched snaps.
There's a lot of they used to call Shaquille O'Neal used to call Tim Duncan the big fundamentals, right? And so there's a lot of big fundamentals that are unfortunately slipping here in a little bit in this first half for Oskaloosa.
Yeah, I'm going to go dry their hands or something. With that. Oh, it almost looked bad there, but a clean kick. He got it off.
Oh, he went down. Oh,
and a fair catch taken from the Washington Demons. Cale Williams and his offense comes back onto the field. We have 1 minute 30 seconds left here in the first half. Washington looking to close out this quarter strong. Live on the Southeast Iowa Video Network. We'll be back.
In the heart of rural Iowa, where community matters most, the connections we make are made to last. Meet KCTC, your hometown internet, phone, and TV provider. At KCTC, we're not just about technology, we're about people. Our dedicated team are your neighbors, committed to bringing you top-tier services right where you live. We believe in giving back to the community that raised us. Experience the power of a real connection with KCTC. Join us in building a stronger, more connected Southeast Iowa.
And we're back here with Washington Demon football with a handoff there from the Washington Demons. Number 6, Clayton Evans there, picking up about 6 yards. Washington Demons lead 21-0. As they are shutting down that Oskaloosa offense.
I say with a minute 12 still, you look for them as they continue to move into this hurry up. Still love to put some points on the board here.
Handoff there. Oh, but Cale Williams keeps the ball, and he fights for that first down as they're going to progress down the field. 51 seconds there left on the clock.
Kind of a curious clock management strategy here. I know you're getting plays in here quickly, but the clock is ticking.
They've got 2 timeouts to use. They might want to get into field goal range before they use one of those timeouts. Oh, and that's questionable. Maybe he jumped the line there, but they didn't call anything. But he got a good pass off. Cale Williams puts the ball in the air.
Look, I was watching Coach Williams there. He ran right to that side just for a timeout.
Like Carson Brown there with the reception. Timeout for the Washington Demons. 24 seconds left here in the second quarter. As they're looking to talk it over and discuss maybe a way to push the ball forward, make a shot for the touchdown, or settle with 3 points here.
I was just going to say, I wonder what because to me it would be clear with this next play. If it's another quarterback dive into the line, whatever else, I feel like maybe they're just trying to position and set up for a field goal, you'd think. But if you take a shot, maybe you're looking to just get that ball in the end zone a little bit.
I say take a shot. You're
I would
first
too.
down.
The way your defense is playing, the way your momentum is going, I mean, let's just,
I wouldn't be surprised if they went back to that trick play. That trick play where Nick Stone.
Oh man, if he could have just set his feet and because he was wide open. I mean,
I would not be surprised if they go back to that trick play. It worked. It took a little time to get going, but could have been something big early on in the game. Kelly Williams with the snap. Handoff.
Oh, he's looking to take a shot. He's got Roberts over the top.
Oh, and a flag thrown in the backfield.
How many?
Gonna see what this is going to be.
How many do we think have been? Do we have a count?
Someone watching the stream should start a flag count.
There's a lot tonight.
Just while we take this halftime break, go back and rewatch and fast forward the first half and see, because we've seen a lot. Looking to see what the official call here is. Looks like they're walking Washington back.
Yeah, walking back, yep.
Could be a holding. Yep, and it is. Holding offense on Washington. Unfortunate. Takes them back farther than they need. Now you have to go for something big.
I was going to say, you got
2nd and 15, 16 seconds left.
They still have the one timeout remaining, so if he gets yourself into field goal range, another 20 yards.
You got to let that ball fly.
They got
avoid
great pressure by Oskaloosa.
And it's out of bounds.
You really have to commend the defensive line. I mean, they had 3 guys coming for him, and they busted through. I mean, great pressure. Outmanned and outgunned by Oskaloosa, and still was able to break through very quickly there.
You got to wonder, do you call a timeout, discuss maybe a potential play, or you just let them play the play out like this? Because you're not in field goal range.
Mm-hmm. To me, you might try a reverse. You might try a hook and ladder. You might try to do something with a little misdirection because Oskaloosa is really pursuing the football aggressively, right, and coming downhill on these plays. So to me, maybe a little razzle-dazzle. I mean, it worked earlier.
It did. As we are still, we're going to be 3rd and 15. Kill Williams. Oh, looks like we're going for it.
I'm just saying.
Here it is. He's got to throw it. Don't throw it. Interception.
That's all right.
Interception there from Omar Garcia, defensive back for Oskaloosa. As we take ourselves into halftime, Washington Demons leading 21-0 over the Oskaloosa Indians. We'll be right back after this halftime break live on the Southeast Iowa Video Network, powered by Washington County Hospital and Clinics. We'll see you guys in the second half.
Check out Community Profiles every Thursday, where our host, Greta Clemens, talks with people from around Washington about their stories and highlighting upcoming events. Make sure to tune in to Community Profiles every Thursday at 10 on the Southeast Iowa Live Facebook and YouTube page. Here at The Morning Breath, we start every morning with style and grace.
Give me a
Engaging you with thoughtful and critically thinking topics to start your day.
Did you know that Pop-Tarts are horrible for you?
While always maintaining a professional and family-friendly environment.
John, you're no longer a virgin.
Oh, and all the other stuff.
Wow, virgin. Yes.
We talk on all over the world.
There's another word for that, Peter. What do we call that? Cold.
It is cold. It's going to get
Weekdays at 7:15, only on the Southeast Iowa Video Network Facebook and YouTube page.
At WCHC, our goal is to take great care of our patients and our staff.
We are able to approach you, take care of your issues, but also give you a path, as far as referrals or treating you right then and there.
Our role in the community is taking care of something that matters to everyone. It's their family and their health.
More than you expect for your healthcare.
There are places where all roads lead to families providing for their loved ones and their community. That's where you'll find us. Generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
At Seafirst Credit Union, we're all about making connections, like how we connect you to that dream vacation with a savings account designed to help get you on the flight there. Connect with Seafirst today and see why together is better.
Your adventure starts here. Capra Auto Group Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram will get you ready in style. Meet with our friendly and experienced team to find a vehicle that gets you on the road and rely on our service shop to keep you there. Capra Auto Group. See yourself the Capra experience. The Connie and Amanda team is dedicated to giving back to our community by actively engaging with our clients, businesses, and the public. When it comes to helping you find your next home, investment, or commercial space, the Connie and Amanda team is here for you.
Introducing Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every meal is a delight. Start your day with our mouthwatering breakfast options and savor flavorful lunches with friends and family. Cap off your day with our delectable dinners. Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every moment is delicious.
My name is Levi Lyle. I have lived in Kyoto my entire life, but I've been an organic farmer for about a decade. Truly, the reason to do business locally is because of the joy and fulfillment that comes in relationships. Coming to Professional Proteins is an opportunity to work with good people.
At Washington Lumber and Home Center, our extensive knowledge, great pricing, and a long list of local installation experts, you are guaranteed to get the service you deserve with the quality you should expect. Washington Lumber and Home Center, your local place for great results.
At Southeast Iowa Cabinets and Strabela Construction, we provide everything from design to complete installation of your kitchen cabinets. For small town service with competitive prices, Southeast Iowa Cabinets and Strabela Construction are here for you. At Wolf Floral, you'll find everything you need to spruce up your summer. Located on the southeast corner of the Washington Square, we've got you covered from small gift items to the finest floral arrangements around. Wolf Floral, unique by choice, not by chance.
In the heart of rural Iowa, where community matters most, the connections we make are made to last. Meet KCTC, your hometown internet, phone, and TV provider. At KCTC, we're not just about technology, we're about people. Our dedicated team are your neighbors, committed to bringing you top-tier services right where you live. We believe in giving back to the community that raised us. Experience the power of a real connection with KCTC. Join us in building a stronger, more connected Southeast Iowa.
Check out Community Profiles every Thursday, where our host, Greta Clemens, talks with people from around Washington about their stories and highlighting upcoming events. Make sure to tune in to Community Profiles every Thursday at 10 on the Southeast Iowa Live Facebook and YouTube page. Here at The Morning Breath, we start every morning with style and grace.
Give me a
Engaging you with thoughtful and critically thinking topics to start your day.
Do you know that Pop-Tarts are like horrible for you?
While always maintaining a professional and family-friendly environment.
John, you're no longer a virgin.
Oh, and all the other stuff.
Flowers. Yes, read the bottom. We talk on all over the world.
There's another word for that, Peter. What do we call that? Cold.
It is cold. It's going to get cold.
Weekdays at 7:15, only on the Southeast Iowa Video Network Facebook and YouTube page.
At WCHC, our goal is to take great care of our patients and our staff.
We are able to approach you, take care of your issues, but also give you a path, as far as referrals or treating you right then and there.
Our role in the community is taking care of something that matters to everyone. It's their family and their health.
More than you expect for your health care.
There are places where all roads lead to families providing for their loved ones and their community. That's where you'll find us. Generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
At Seafirst Credit Union, we're all about making connections, like how we connect you to that dream vacation with a savings account designed to help get you on the flight there. Connect with Seafirst today and see why together is better.
Your adventure starts here. Capra Auto Group Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram will get you ready in style. Meet with our friendly and experienced team to find a vehicle that gets you on the road and rely on our service shop to keep you there. Capra Auto Group. See yourself the Capra experience. The Connie and Amanda team is dedicated to giving back to our community by actively engaging with our clients, businesses, and the public. When it comes to helping you find your next home, investment, or commercial space, the Connie and Amanda team is here for you.
Introducing Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every meal is a delight. Start your day with our mouthwatering breakfast options and savor flavorful lunches with friends and family. Cap off your day with our delectable dinners. Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every moment is delicious.
My name is Levi Lyle. I have lived in Kyoto my entire life, but I've been an organic farmer for about a decade. Truly the reason to do business locally is because of the joy and fulfillment that comes in relationships. Coming to Professional Proteins is an opportunity to work with good people.
At Washington Lumber and Home Center, our extensive knowledge, great pricing, and a long list of local installation experts, you are guaranteed to get the service you deserve with the quality you should expect. Washington Lumber and Home Center, your local place for great results.
At Southeast Iowa Cabinets and Strabela Construction, we provide everything from design to complete installation of your kitchen cabinets. For small town service with competitive prices, Southeast Iowa Cabinets and Strabela Construction are here for you. At Wolf Floral, you'll find everything you need to spruce up your summer. Located on the southeast corner of the Washington Square, we've got you covered from small gift items to the finest floral arrangements around. Wolf Floral, unique by choice, not by chance. Welcome back here to Case Field, where it is 21-0. Demons are up over the Oskaloosa Indians. This is the Fairway Meat and Grocery halftime show. Jack Knowlton back in the broadcast booth alongside my partner, Zeph Walker. Zeph, I'm going to ask you this just from your perspective.
Yes.
I went down on the field for all of the touchdowns to go snag pictures. What did you see on those Cale Williams runs? It's once again him taking over with his legs. I don't feel like the Washington offense has had the same type of attack that it did against Burlington.
Yeah.
They're generating explosive plays, but explosive plays have still been coming at the feet of Cale Williams for those big touchdown runs and then a couple of big runs to set up the two short scores.
You know, they're doing what we spoke about earlier in the postgame or in the pregame show about switching up the offense a little bit, confusing the Oskaloosa defense with throws, with handoffs, and then boom, when they least expect it, Cale Williams takes it right down the middle or right on the sideline and just put some points on the board.
He gashed the Oskaloosa defense for a 65-yard touchdown, had runs of about 9, and I think about 7 right near on the goal line for his other two scores. The 21-0 scoreline comes. There was a bungled extra point that he tried to run in. That was no good, but he did also have a 2-point conversion, Cale Williams, that he also ran in, and then a made PAT is kind of your scoring summary. So still all Cale Williams, and you've seen a couple more miscues. Washington got the ball on the turf a couple of times. Oskaloosa managed to fall on it. You had just that last drive that set up Washington for a potential chance to add more points at halftime. That came on a botched snap, and then set up a long punt that they had to take. But if you're Coach Kelly Williams, you're rolling, you're firing on all cylinders. It's easy to get complacent. This is an Oskaloosa team that can score points if they're come alive. What has impressed you about this Washington defense? And if you're Kelly Williams, what's the message to keep it going in the second half?
To keep it going in the second half, they've kind of got to keep the pressure on Oskaloosa. They've made a lot of errors happen, and that could be on the Indians, their own, their offense with those botched snaps, those botched handoffs. It could be on that, or it could be just that defensive intensity in the minds. We don't know what they're talking about right on that field. They're probably saying, like, I'm going to get you, dude. I'm going to get you, and that probably scared the center a little bit. Multiple botched handoffs or multiple botched snaps. Those don't look good, but they look really good for Washington when it comes down to the defensive side. And they've stopped the big plays. They've deflected a couple deep throws. You got to give some credit there for defense.
Yeah, it's felt like mistakes have really just continued to hamper Oskaloosa from their perspective. Penalties as well. That's what dominated the first quarter.
First half.
Most of the first half, but really the first quarter, it felt like, you have a takeaway that Oskaloosa gets in plus territory. You have Washington getting a fourth down stop that sets them up in plus territory. It felt like there should have been some scoring in the first half. Penalties negate that, and Washington appears to have started to kind of clean some of that stuff up, whereas some of the miscues still kind of happening for Oskaloosa, and I think that will come to define this game if this scoreline kind of holds here. But Washington certainly can't get complacent. You've seen, Oskaloosa, their quarterback, Tyler Edgar, get out of the pocket. And, he's made some near throws. He's had a couple of completions. But this is a guy who has some elusiveness. They haven't looked super great on the ground. But if they start connecting on those passes, if they can get themselves right back into this game.
They can. But, again, I'm not gonna shy away from Washington's defense. They've stepped up. They have put the Indians on their back. They've forced them to lose so many yards this game, and every single time you think there's a big play going to happen, Washington's right there to stop it, right there to stuff them right in the backfield. Even if they get a good drive, they're going to stuff Tyler Edgar.
Yeah, they've done a good job kind of getting him to run out of the pocket. That's drawn a lot of holding calls because, that's just kind of what happens.
You want to protect your quarterback.
Those O-line are drifting out of the pocket. Yep. So they continue to force the mistakes, feels like the message for this Washington defense heading into the second half. And offensively, I feel like you're right. Keep doing what you're doing. If you're going to, get these kind of chuck plays, kind of build your offense slowly and then open up a hole for Cale Williams to run through. That has been the formula for Washington at home in their 2 games this season. It has continued after the Burlington win here in this first half against Oskaloosa. Demons up 21-0. Zeph, final quick thought from you before we kick it to a break, get ready for the second half.
Well, the second half is going to be outlasting. You've got a long 2 quarters ahead of you. If you can avoid all the flags and just keep the ball working where it's worked, don't try to switch up anything. The trick plays they were awesome, but they weren't able to execute them, so we might see some of those in different positions. It has to be more situational, but if I'm Washington, keep your foot on the gas. You have to keep scoring. You don't want to get complacent with the score and slow down and allow Oskaloosa to figure out your game plan, which could turn the whole tide. So we're going to be looking at Cale Williams a lot this second half and seeing if he can actually keep up the runs,
We'll see how the Demons can continue generating some offense or if Oskaloosa has an answer in them. Washington looking to get back to 500 on the season. They will look to do so in the second half. We'll send it to a quick break back with the third quarter. You're watching Washington Demon football here on the Southeast Iowa Video Network.
In the heart of rural Iowa, where community matters most, the connections we make are made to last. Meet KCTC, your hometown internet, phone, and TV provider. At KCTC, we're not just about technology, we're about people. Our dedicated team are your neighbors, committed to bringing you top-tier services right where you live. We believe in giving back to the community that raised us. Experience the power of a real connection with KCTC. Join us in building a stronger, more connected Southeast Iowa.
Check out Community Profiles every Thursday, where our host, Greta Clemens, talks with people from around Washington about their stories and highlighting upcoming events. Make sure to tune in to Community Profiles every Thursday at 10 on the Southeast Iowa Live Facebook and YouTube page. Here at The Morning Breath, we start every morning with style and grace. Engaging you with thoughtful and critically thinking topics to start your day.
Did you know that Pop-Tarts are horrible for you?
While always maintaining a professional and family-friendly environment.
John, you're no longer a virgin.
Oh, and all the other stuff.
Flowers. Yes, grade the third. We talk on all over the world. Out of
There's another word for that, Peter. What do we call that?
Cold. It is cold. It's going to get
Weekdays at 7:15, only on the Southeast Iowa Video Network Facebook and YouTube page.
At WCHC, our goal is to take great care of our patients and our staff.
We are able to approach you, take care of your issues, but also give you a path, as far as referrals or treating you right then and there.
Our role in the community is taking care of something that matters to everyone. It's their family and their health.
More than you expect for your health care.
There are places where all roads lead to families providing for their loved ones and their community. That's where you'll find us. Generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
At Seafirst Credit Union, we're all about making connections. Like how we connect you to that dream vacation with a savings account designed to help get you on the flight there. Connect with Seafirst today and see why together is better.
Your adventure starts here. Capra Auto Group Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram will get you ready in style. Meet with our friendly and experienced team to find a vehicle that gets you on the road and rely on our service shop to keep you there. Capra Auto Group. See yourself the Capra experience. The Connie and Amanda team is dedicated to giving back to our community by actively engaging with our clients, businesses, and the public. When it comes to helping you find your next home, investment, or commercial space, the Connie and Amanda team is here for you.
Introducing Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every meal is a delight. Start your day with our mouthwatering breakfast options and savor flavorful lunches with friends and family. Cap off your day with our delectable dinners. Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every moment is delicious.
My name is Levi Lyle. I have lived in Kyoto my entire life, but I've been an organic farmer for about a decade. Truly, the reason to do business locally is because of the joy and fulfillment that comes in relationships. Coming to Professional Proteins is an opportunity to work with good people.
At Washington Lumber and Home Center, our extensive knowledge, great pricing, and a long list of local installation experts, you are guaranteed to get the service you deserve with the quality you should expect. Washington Lumber and Home Center, your local place for great results.
At Southeast Iowa Cabinets and Strabela Construction, we provide everything from design to complete installation of your kitchen cabinets. For small town service with competitive prices, Southeast Iowa Cabinets and Strabela Construction are here for you. At Wolf Floral, you'll find everything you need to spruce up your summer. Located on the southeast corner of the Washington Square, we've got you covered from small gift items to the finest floral arrangements around. Wolf Floral, unique by choice, not by chance.
In the heart of rural Iowa, where community matters most, the connections we make are made to last. Meet KCTC, your hometown internet, phone, and TV provider. At KCTC, we're not just about technology, we're about people. Our dedicated team are your neighbors, committed to bringing you top-tier services right where you live. We believe in giving back to the community that raised us. Experience the power of a real connection with KCTC. Join us in building a stronger, more connected Southeast Iowa.
Check out Community Profiles every Thursday, where our host, Greta Clemens, talks with people from around Washington about their stories and highlighting upcoming events. Make sure to tune in to Community Profiles every Thursday at 10 on the Southeast Iowa Live Facebook and YouTube page.
A little Demon hype video on the video board as the Demons looking to stay red hot in the second half, up 21-0 over Oskaloosa. Washington looking to improve to 2-2 on the season, would send Oskaloosa to 0-4 with a win. If they can continue this momentum, Jack Knowlton, Zeph Walker L up in the broadcast booth, Peter Camp on the ones and twos. Producing this broadcast, Southeast Iowa Video Network, powered by Washington County Hospital and Clinics. You get Demon football, Demon volleyball all fall. We'll have basketball and wrestling in the winter, Zeph. Springtime soccer, summertime baseball, softball. It'll be an exciting season for Washington sports. We're underway. And a muffed kickoff on the squib by Washington. A couple of extracurriculars as well. Washington started the first half with the football. As a reminder, they threw an interception to start that game, or to start the game out. Gave Oskaloosa a fumble, rather, by K.O. Williams, excuse me. Gave Oskaloosa really good field position. Washington's defense clearly was able to make a stand, as they still hold Oskaloosa, or still are holding Oskaloosa to 0 points. So it's the Indians coming back out.
They threw an interception to close out the first half.
They did. You're correct.
Yeah, with that trick play.
One of those, it almost feels like a half-court heave in basketball. Right. It's a turnover, but really, Oskaloosa's getting the ball back in the second half anyway. It still counts on the stat line as the Indians start things off with a 5-yard run to begin the third quarter.
Momentum-wise, it looked good. Momentum-wise, looked like they came out with a different type of energy with that first play. The first snap is a big tell for how they're going to drive.
Yeah, very good tail indeed. Oskaloosa, again, not an exceptional running team this year under Brett Dowd. 2-7 last year in Class 4 District 3 play. going to get their first win of the season. Washington leads this series 5-4.
Oh, another
game
big
last year.
run
And here's
there.
a hole, dashing up the middle and getting across the 50. Oskaloosa advancing into Washington territory. It was Jeremiah Reeves on the carry. Reeves does not have a carry yet this season. Wearing that number 10 jersey for Oskaloosa. He's a senior member of this Indians team. He's being called upon in a big spot here. He's the tailback in the I formation for Edgar, who drops back and will pitch it to Reeves. Cuts it back. Reeves gets a couple.
He's moving really good out there. Fresh legs. Looks like Oskaloosa's like, we got to bring out a secret weapon.
Yeah, Parker Jordan has been this team's primary running back. As Tyler Edgar gets some instruction from the sideline. 33 carries, 79 yards coming into the game. Oscar Chambers, and frankly, their quarterback Tyler Edgar has been the best runner on the team. 33 carries, 134 yards, and a touchdown entering today. This is a big spot for Reeves. So far, some good runs against Washington. As Oskaloosa looks to generate a scoring drive. He gets it again here, cuts back, breaks a tackle. Gets just a few. It'll set up short in third and short. Late flags come in. Got some pushing and shoving after the play. So this is going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on somebody. I wasn't sure who was first. Rule of thumb is usually they always get the second guy.
Yeah.
Typically after it starts, but we'll see who the pushing and shoving was on.
4 flags.
4 flags at the field. All the refs saw it. It was right in the middle of that run. Right at the end, there was some scrapping on the kickoff too.
Yep,
it's getting a little
was.
feisty down there. Here to start the third quarter.
You know, I don't want to be biased, but if I'm winning, I don't think I'm starting anything. Just saying, if I'm winning, we'll see what the officials call here.
We'll check the monitor. And so it's a personal foul, and it is against the Demons. I wasn't sure who got in the fray first for Washington, but regardless, the refs saw a guilty party, and so Oskaloosa is going to get great field position because of that call. Saw some grabbing and shoving on both sides, but
like you said, it's always going to be the second person,
whoever
right? So
it typically is
rule of thumb, right?
In those incidents. I formation again. Edgar set up in good field position. Toss to Reeves. Reeves tries to bounce it. Breaks another tackle, trying to spin away, and wrapped up. And another flag as Reeves is eventually slung down. And I think they might get a horse collar call. Maybe a face mask, actually, on Washington. Flag lands at the 27-yard line. I saw Isaac Madrano, I believe, getting his jersey fixed by a Demon teammate. And so the penalties piling back up just like the start of this game. And another personal foul, face mask call on Washington. So the ball was at the 29-yard line. That's going to essentially create first and goal.
If you're Washington, you got to realize where you are in this game, and that extra sense of intensity is not necessary.
Officially,
when you're going to be giving your opponents great field position.
Officially, it's 1st and 10 at the 13. Prime opportunity for Oskaloosa to get points on the board. Edgar rolls left, has a hole. Edgar bursts through it, dives for the goal line, and he's across. Touchdown, Oskaloosa. So a penalty-riddled drive for the Washington defense does end in points, and that is the response, Zeph, that the Indians were certainly looking for coming out of that half. A well-scripted drive.
Yeah, this is a mental warfare at this point, because if you're Oskaloosa, you don't want to keep looking at the scoreboard and realizing you're down 3 scores. But then if you're Washington, you want to stay composed, but now you have allowed Oskaloosa to get in your heads a little bit here on the defense, and leads to a score coming out of halftime.
Tyler Edgar's 3rd rushing touchdown of the season. I mentioned those stats at the top of the drive. Aiden Plum drives the extra point through the uprights. That's his 7th extra point make of the season. He's a good kicker. Both of these teams actually boast decent special teams play from a kicking and punting perspective. But Oskaloosa on the board, 21-7, and now will be up to the Washington offense to try and, you're right, maybe translate some of this intensity, some of this maybe hot-headedness a little bit into some production on the offensive end.
Yes, indeed. If you're Kelly Williams and you're talking to your team, and out of this type of drive, what do you say? Because this is totally on Washington losing their composure.
Yeah, absolutely. Oskaloosa was pinned back a little bit, and you have some of those missed calls. You have some stuff after the play, and a lot of these guys are going to go back out on offense. So you're right. I think to me, it's channeling it. I think totally curtailing that intensity. You're obviously you hope that every play is good intention. These guys want to win. They want to compete. You just have to channel that into being smart and being productive. This is a game that the refs are calling very tightly.
Very.
And so those little extra things, especially on plays defensively, it feels like Edgar's escaping the pocket a lot. He's using his legs a little bit more, as we just saw on that drive. So you have to be careful of just having that extra grab, that extra swipe at the face mask. That's going to have to be the message from Coach Williams. So Washington to return the kick. 21-7. Washington Demon football on the Southeast Iowa Video Network. Omar Garcia, who is the primary kickoff specialist, is going to send it away. Garcia hits that one into the ground hard. It's fielded by Washington, and they'll just go down immediately. I don't think
you gotta wonder what's the choice there. Was that a good decision to go down that deep and not give yourself a chance to run the ball? You're up. You're leading in the game. Do you want to put the ball in your hands of the offense who's going to ground game? We saw some big plays, but they had a great opportunity to run and get some extra yardage there, and they just didn't want to.
Carson Brown dove on it. We'll set up Washington at the Demon 22.
It's like now you're in the position where you can take more risk because you have such a lead. But if you don't take them now and you allow Oskaloosa to come back, it's going to be too late.
What can Washington script up on their first drive? 3 receivers split out to the right now. A motion man comes for Cale Williams. The jet sweep. And some space nearly there for Liam Roberts. He's thrown out of bounds. Oskaloosa covered that well. So it'll be 2nd and maybe 9 or 8 after that Roberts run.
I think he got about maybe 2 to 3 yards there.
2nd and 7 officially. They gave him 3. That's what Washington went to in that first drive of the game. Of course, that was called back for the penalty, was that Roberts jet sweep, and he got a 40, 50-yard gain out of it.
Yeah.
But obviously called back for a play. That time, Oskaloosa ready for it. Cale Williams takes the snap.
And he's just
direct
running.
Snap, goes to his right.
And he's just
gets
going.
A block. Williams
and
tries
he's
to cut
breaking
back
away.
Up the middle. A nice run by Cale Williams picks up a Washington first down. 11, 1st and 10.
He got taken down there pretty hard, so we've got to wonder, are the tackles he takes, are these charging him up, or are they beating him down?
Yeah, the wear and tear is going to be certainly a factor, especially if Oskaloosa can stop this drive and get on the board again, make this a 1-score game. Washington trying to make sure they don't let that happen. Ball on the Demon side. Washington looking for a response. Just under 9 minutes left to play in this 3rd quarter. Williams going to hand this one off. Looks like Clayton Evans gets about 7 on that pickup. Actually, Caden Griner was on the carry there, so another carry for Caden Griner. You've seen both teams kind of use some lesser-used members of their offense. You've got, obviously, Griner with Washington.
You've got to keep them fresh. You got to keep them fresh with a lot of ground game. When we talk about that wear and tear, if you're not swapping them out, keeping them fresh, they're going to expect the same guy to run the ball. Oh, and a great
one cut and drilled that time was Clayton Evans.
It looked good. It looked really good. He had the defense confused, but Oskaloosa was there to just swallow him up.
So that'll bring up 3rd and short. All on the 46-yard line of Washington.
3 yards to go.
3rd and 1 is the designation. Demons trying to move the sticks. That running back, obviously, for Oskaloosa.
Look for Cale Williams right down the middle here. Though that defensive line is...
Oskaloosa jumps, and that's going to give Washington a first down. We saw that so many times against Burlington when Washington was backed up on their own 1-yard line. They got those 2 offside calls that gave them a little bit of breathing room. That time picks up a big first down for the Demons.
That was composure there from that Washington line there. They gave Oskaloosa just exactly what they wanted to hear to get them off the line there.
So ball in Oskaloosa territory at the 49. And you go back to that Burlington drive. That was a 99-yard drive that ended in a touchdown for Williams. Took a ton of time off the clock. Wonder if Washington enters into a similar time management mode here in the third. Williams on the keeper, bounces to the left, skips around another man. He has a first down, and he gets out of bounds after a big gain. And
looks like Oskaloosa wanted a illegal block in the back there, but didn't get it.
Some appeals, you're right, but Williams nonetheless picks up a big chunk there. 19-yard gain for Williams.
He's just so fast. The way he can break out of offense and make you think, oh, is he going to take a step back? He's going to drop back, try to pass the ball, play action. And he just breaks and he just goes. And it's like, you never see it coming.
Williams hands this one off to Evans, who is swallowed up with a gain of about 2.
At this point, it looks like they just want to keep the ball on the ground, keep the clock going.
And it felt like a really big game-killing drive when they were able to get out of their own goal line. Similar lengthy drive for the Demons. Williams. Aiden Griner looks like he's back behind him once again. Williams drops back to pass, looks right, now fires over the middle, and it's complete.
Good catch, and he's breaking away.
For extra yardage there that time. And a first down for the Demons.
That was a great catch there from Nick Stone. Great way to see your man going across the middle. It's been open the entire game. They've tried that catch a few times. They've nailed it once. So it's great to see them go back to that.
Definitely reassuring, those short chunk play, pitch and catch throws. Haven't seen it much in Washington's repertoire in these 2 home games. On the doorstep of Oskaloosa, trying to extend the lead again. Keeper for Williams, he gets a couple. And he get all the way to the 9-yard line.
McGillen just killing that clock, peeling it away. The faster you get to the 4th quarter, put another point on the board. Washington can be looking at a great victory here. Still got a lot of game to go, but this methodical approach, I can tell this is what they want to do.
Williams in the shotgun, 2nd and 8. Ball's actually at the 11-yard line. Motion man comes. The handoff is to Liam Roberts. Gets to the outside, tries to turn the corner, and he breaks into the end zone. And the Demons restore order with 5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Liam Roberts. That time the jet sweep does pay off.
It does. He was owed that way back earlier in the game, and he's glad that he was able to put another point on the board for the Demons.
Methodical drive. Nearly, I think, over 4 minutes, actually. The Demons take the clock in the 3rd quarter down to 5 minutes. An extra point pending from Braden Tappan will make it 28-7 if he knocks it through. Hold had to be recovered that time by Cale Williams. He does so. Tappan does knock it through, and it is 28-7 Washington. So 2 excellent opening drives, frankly, from both teams. But it's the Demons getting that 3-score lead back, Zeph. Going to be tough for Oskaloosa because Washington doing so with good time management, good killing of the clock, if you will.
Yes, indeed. It looks like their strategy to play methodical, slow the entire game down, take in control of the game, and not allow the Indians to really, bounce back. We'll see how they respond.
Washington Student section getting lively. Demons looking for their second win at home. They jump to 2-2 on the season. If they can hold on to this win, looking for a better response defensively too. And it felt like a composed drive offensively too. We talked about that, trying to channel some of that energy into production on the offensive side and not lose your cool after some poor penalties on defense. Now you have to say that same message to continue on the defensive end.
It's tough because you don't want to blame the defense totally for the way that they scored, but those flags were a huge factor. And Oskaloosa, if they're going to lean on those flags to be their saving grace, it's not going to be looking too good. The defense won't allow that to happen again.
It's happened since the kickoff. It's muffed and just fallen upon that time.
He had to lay on that one.
Havon Knox, the senior,
good
calmly.
Sportsmanship there from Washington, helping the guy get up.
Better sign potentially for how this drive will go with the chippiness.
We hope so, because that really played a heavy load on Washington's defense, which allowed that score from Oskaloosa.
Demon defense back on the field. This is a team coming into this game 151 tackles. That is first in Class 3A District 4. They have 3 sacks on the year entering tonight. I believe got a 4th in that first half. So Oskaloosa's got to go quickly. You have to think down multiple scores and hammered that time.
He didn't want to go down.
Grayson Hartman flies into the backfield for Washington.
Yeah, he was like, you're going to go down. You didn't want to go down, but you're going to go down.
So that'll back Oskaloosa up. And they had a good run play to start out their last drive. Not so this time, 2nd and 13.
Again, we've seen a lot of this from the Washington defense. They're forcing negative yards to happen. A lot of tackles for loss happening on the Washington defense side.
Jeremiah Reeves is the man in the the tailback in the I formation. Straight drop back throw. Nice pass over the middle is dropped. That was Havon Knox who fielded the kickoff. Couldn't corral it. Ball a little bit behind him from Edgar, but a throw probably had to be caught there.
Yeah, we want to know from the opposite side of the field. We couldn't see because his back was turned. That could have been a deflection from the DB there, as he kind of just read that whole play. But obviously from our angle, we couldn't properly see, so it did look like a drop pass. But again, that Washington defense, they're alive and well.
So 3rd and 13. Oskaloosa running out of possessions potentially. Not sure if they can even afford to punt this. Down 3 scores. Edgar drops back, fires into triple coverage. And 2 Demons miscommunicate. It was Liam Roberts and Aiden Schmitz, who were both looking for the INT. This is 2 Demon wide receivers on offense. Both of them had it. Schmitz was running underneath it. Roberts tried to go get it.
That was tough.
But regardless, 4th down, and Oskaloosa does have to punt.
That was tough. That would have been big. He could have taken that home. Just the way the field was just wide open.
It was quadruple coverage that Edgar had to just throw it into, trying to just desperately get a 1st down. Instead, he'll punt it away.
Yeah, good punt there.
Good punt indeed. Fielded by Washington.
Go. He's going to run it.
Returning it is Blaze Richardson, and he's unable to get much of anything on that play. Gets to the 50-yard line. But still, excellent field position for Washington to add to this lead. 3:58 to go in the 3rd quarter. Southeast Iowa Video Network powered by Washington County Hospital and Clinics. 49 of Oskaloosa is where Washington will start the drive. I think if you're Coach Williams, you probably don't want the ball in Oskaloosa's hands until the clock strikes 0 at the end of this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, we're going to see another methodical, slow-paced, ground game approach. And again, I've said it maybe 2 or 3 times this broadcast, but if it isn't broke, you don't have to fix it, and it's working against this Oskaloosa defense. They haven't found an answer to stop the ground game.
Williams out of the shotgun. Another jet sweep play coming. Atwood is snuffed out. Ball comes out at the end. They're going to.
He was down for sure, though.
Rule him down.
He was down.
And popping back up after a hard tackle was Carson Brown, the running back.
Maybe I spoke too soon.
Big stop there by Brock Bierbauer.
Too soon.
Bierbauer's a good player for this Oskaloosa defense. 2024, 34.5 tackles, 7 TFLs. Him and Parker Jordan, 2 seniors in there who can really disrupt things. They've been quieter today. Washington's offense has done well to avoid them, but Jordan, 43 tackles, 7 sacks on the year. So if there are 2 game wreckers to try and create an explosive play defensively on Oskaloosa, those are the guys. Williams rolls out quickly to his right, looks for a man, now tries to run for it, now dumps it off, and it was behind Nick Stone that time.
It looked good, though. The intended target there, he could have got it. He could have got it. It's just a half of a second too early on that pace.
That will bring up 3rd down and 16 now from the Washington 45 after the Bierbauer TFL on 1st down.
You know, Buchanan there, number 30 there, he was chasing Cale Williams. He had to get rid of that ball. He had to feel that presence. That's a big guy there, so he had to feel that presence on his back.
Williams again sets up in shotgun, takes the snap, drops back, looking over the middle, fires deep, looking for Stone, and it's off of his hands. A flag comes in, and that will move the sticks for Washington. Stone draws the PI. We have seen the laundry hit the turf all night long. That time it benefits the Demons, who can set up shop and continue running down this play. You know, they often say that the underthrown deep ball, that's what draws those PI calls, and it worked well. Stone is a tall guy out there for Washington too. Nearly went up and got it.
Yeah, 6'4", Nick Stone. Oh, so is it not a play?
Oh, and if they picked up the flag. Nope, they do indeed give it to Washington. It was 15 yards.
3rd and 1.
And so it's not an automatic 1st down. So Washington has to pick this up still. And a box snap, and Williams trying to fall on it. He just does. That was nearly scooped up by Parker Jordan.
He lost about 4 yards there.
So that's going to bring up 4th down. The Demons probably just going to punt this one away. So the PI call, not an automatic 1st down.
Interesting decision by the officials there to not give the automatic 1st down. But again, the rules are a little bit different here at the high school level.
So it'll bring up 4th and 7. Stone is going to trot in to punt.
We haven't seen many snap errors on the Washington Demons side, so pretty rare to see that happen.
I think that one skipped off the center there and just couldn't be corralled by Williams. So Stone will send it away. Oskaloosa will get the ball back. 2:42 left in this 3rd quarter. Nice boot that time by Stone. Nearly skips off an Oskaloosa defender, and a couple of other players going at it on the far side, or on the near sideline rather.
That was like maybe half an inch away from the leg of Oskaloosa there, but
I think still getting a little chippy over there. Liam Roberts was going at it with Chad McDonald-Plyle of Oskaloosa as the gunner. No flags fly that time. So 1st and 10 coming up for Oskaloosa. A big play can get the Indians within striking distance with still 2:32 left in the 3rd quarter. Edgar, motion man. The pitch out to Reeves. Reeves cuts it back. Can't break the first tackle, though, and will be dragged down that time.
Gain of 3, it looks like there.
Caden Greiner made the stop for the Demons. Oskaloosa, they lost to Mount Pleasant 34-20 in their last game. This is a team that has shown it can score points. They put 31 on Burlington. They were the team that gave up that big game to Keyshawn Wilden, who had over 300 yards on the ground.
That is a lot of yards, and we're seeing why Cale Williams is able to break away.
Edgar drops back and fires. Is nearly intercepted. Pass was intended that time for Kane Boonder, but Caden Griner jumped in front of it, very nearly made the diving interception.
That would have been really good for Washington. They needed that shift of momentum there. Great defense nonetheless.
That brings up 3rd down and 7. Under 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. With a 28-7 lead, are you already in 4th down gamble mode if you're Oskaloosa? If this gets to a 4th and 2, 4th and 1 situation, we'll see what they run on 3rd down. They've had a couple opportunities to hit on some quick passes that have just been dropped or just thrown behind the receiver. Rolling out to the right is Edgar, and the pass is broken up on the far sideline. And that is the quarterback for Washington. Of course, plays DB as well. Cale Williams makes the stop. And so back to punt again is Oskaloosa. The third quarter panning out a lot like the first. You had a couple. I guess you had those 2 good drives, which you didn't see in the first quarter, but otherwise it has been a stalemate. But Washington will get the ball back. Low snap. Good punt. Takes a bounce, and Blaze Richardson's not going to field it. We'll take a friendly Oskaloosa roll down at the 48 of Washington. Or the 45, rather. Demons will take over.
28-7. Still a 3-point game. 3-score game, per se.
And again, you have the opportunity to have a lengthy drive if you're Washington.
Yep.
They had to take a shot there on 3rd down. They got the PI call. Or 2nd down, rather, and that ended up on a 3rd and 1. They weren't able to pick it up. How can the Demons respond to better run defense by this Oskaloosa front?
If you're Washington, you're looking to just take this ball into the 4th quarter.
Williams, low snap, fields it well.
Breaks away.
Hands it off, more flags fly.
Oh, that's tough. I hope they don't call a face mask on that. I don't think it was a face mask at all.
Clayton Evans on the carry, got about 5. And we'll see what the flag is. I agree with you, Zeph. I'm not sure where what would have drawn the penalty there. We'll get our answer in a minute.
Like, it looks like it could have been a face mask, but I don't think it was intentional.
It is a face mask indeed. So
it was a wrap up. I watched his hand. But obviously I'm not on the field, so you don't need that if you're Oskaloosa. You don't need that at all.
I will say that the calls have gone fairly both ways. They've been plentiful, but
yeah, the refs are definitely calling this one right down the middle.
Both teams, have gotten their fair share. It's safe to say, but good opportunity for Washington. Drop snap, and that's going to result in a stuff for Oskaloosa. That was Parker Jordan in there again.
If you're Oskaloosa, that's what you want to do, though. You want to after losing a play, you want to come strong like that. You want to really wrap Cale Williams up and let him know, hey, we're not going to allow you to run over us.
Going to just give him no gain. His forward progress was pretty well stopped as soon as he managed to pick up the football. A couple of low snaps for Washington.
Again, it goes back to what I was saying. You gotta be able to outlast. You gotta stay locked in the entire time. You can't get lazy, especially on the snaps. You can't get lazy.
Williams hands it off that time. A lane and a hole for Evans. Still going, and he's going to pick up the 1st down. A 15-yard run on 2nd and 11 moves the chains for the Demons, keeps that clock rolling.
Looks like they're going to take this into the 4th quarter now.
Ball at the Oskaloosa 31-yard line.
Is that a stoppage? Oh, okay.
Quite the opposite. They signaled the clock is going. And
it looks like they tried to they stopped it for like a half of a second or so, but then
So Washington indeed going to take this one to the fourth quarter of play. Washington up 28-7. We'll take a quick pause, come back with the start of the fourth quarter as now
we got a flag
comes
on
in.
the field.
I'm not sure what that will be, so actually we'll keep it here and work some discourse. I think
it looks like he was going to try to call like a premature.
Might have been a delay of game.
Something
call
of
that
the sorts.
Looks like the refs are going to talk things over.
He said, "No, we're not calling another one. Okay, we can't even see the field anymore. It's all yellow. We're not calling another flag."
Both teams will trot to the other side of the field. And
are they?
I don't believe they'll have a call of delay of game, so that will officially end the quarter. We'll take a quick pause. We'll come back. Maybe refs will have another decision for us. But we'll be back on the other side. You're listening to Washington Demon Football on the Southeast Iowa Video Network.
At WCHC, our goal is to take great care of our patients and our staff.
We are able to approach you, take care of your issues, but also give you a path, as far as referrals or treating you right then and there.
Our role in the community is taking care of something that matters to everyone. It's their family and their health.
More than you expect for your health care.
There are places where all roads lead to families providing for their loved ones and their community. That's where you'll find us. Generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
At Seafirst Credit Union, we're all about making connections, like how we connect you to that dream vacation with a savings account designed to help get you on the flight there. Connect with Seafirst today and see why together is better.
So we're back. I don't believe a call was made for the penalty. I think they were just trying to figure out the play clock. So Washington will have it to start the fourth quarter, up 28-7 on Oskaloosa. Washington Demon Football on the Southeast Iowa Video Network. Demons trying to add to their lead. Oskaloosa in need of a crucial stop. Cale Williams with the ball on the 31-yard line of Oskaloosa. Handoff. No, Williams keeper bursts up the middle, gets to the sideline, and will walk into the end zone. That faked everyone out of their shoes.
Even me.
He looked at Carson Brown. It was the QB. It was the QB keeper, and Williams has his fourth touchdown of the game. And it's 34-7 with the extra point pending. I won't lie, my eyes were tricked for a minute. I heard the cheers. I looked up, and there was a gaping hole for Cale Williams.
If you're Oskaloosa, this has been happening all game. It's like you have to make some sort of adjustment. Close up that middle. Cale isn't running on the outside too much. He's just bursting right through your middle, so you got to make some defensive adjustments.
Extra point by Tappan is up and good. He has been perfect today. Pending I'll have to check the stats later. I don't know if he gets a miss for the bungled snap that resulted in no conversion. But other than that, perfect through the uprights, and it's 35-7 Demons. They respond with the first play of the fourth quarter. And Washington looking potentially in cruise control now. Oskaloosa running dangerously low on possessions, Zeph.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for Oskaloosa here. And we know if Washington's offense touches that ball again, they're going to run that clock all the way down as long as they can. I think one of their longest drives from a previous game was 9 minutes, right?
I believe so. I'd have to go check that. I have to check the drive summaries, but this is a team. I mean, the way they grinded out Burlington took that game.
Obviously, if you're Oskaloosa, you want to move the ball fast, but you don't want to move the ball, a little without some sort of composure. You don't want to be hasty with your plays. You want to move the ball fast. Know that the clock is not your friend at all. It doesn't even like you. You want to play at a pace that keeps your offense in the game and not make silly plays that turns over the ball and allows Washington to really just keep up this aggressive play that they've had so far.
Yeah, Tyler Edgar, to his credit, has done well to get it out of the pocket, escape some pressure. That kick will be fielded. We'll have a kick return this time. Coming out to take it is Oskaloosa, trying to get to the outside, and Aiden Lamb is going to run out of room, but a nice return will set up first down on the Oskaloosa 35-yard line.
If you're Oskaloosa, you also have nothing to really lose here. You know, you kind of just got to go for anything, go for everything. Go for big plays, you know?
Yeah, Oskaloosa again, to go back to Edgar, to his credit, he's escaped. He's found open teammates. Some passes have been dropped for him. Hasn't been able to hit Washington over the top. The Demons secondary has made some good plays. Obviously, Cale Williams and Caden Griner getting those 2 PBUs on that last Oskaloosa drive felt especially big. The Indians need answers quickly. Edgar hands this one off, and wrapped up immediately that time is Jeremiah Reeves.
I give Oskaloosa maybe, not including this, maybe 2 more touches of the ball, and that's ball game.
In case you were wondering, for your scores elsewhere, the Iowa Hawkeyes still tied 21-21 with Rutgers with 15 seconds left in the third quarter.
That's a big one right there. 21-21 in a game that Iowa was projected to win.
Some people at home may be doing the multi-view with the YouTube of the Southeast Iowa Video Network and the broadcast of the Hawkeyes. As Edgar's going to keep this one. He gets hit, and another flag. That potentially might be a face mask on the Demons.
The only saving grace that Oskaloosa has is that, you know, Washington just gives them more penalties and pushes them down. Remember, that's their only touchdown came off of 2 back-to-back penalties, which the Washington Demons just weren't as composed or weren't as focused. They were allowing the Indians to get in their head.
Referee's having a conversation with the Washington bench. And the penalty actually looks like it's going to go against the Indians. It is. They're backing up.
Oh, that's tough. You don't need that.
And it's a holding call.
You don't need
on the visiting team. Just where the flag was thrown, I thought maybe in that wrap-up there was a grab of the face mask. You've seen that call a bunch tonight, so...
Yeah, if you're the coach of the Indians, you're probably going to be giving them a mouthful, because this is not needed, not in this point in the game when you're trying to make an effort, trying to make a comeback, get some momentum, and you get a holding call.
2nd and 20. Throw across his body is intercepted by Washington!
Woo! Big play there.
And it's Caden Griner on the pick, and the Demons will take over. That was Colton Fawcett on the throw. He is the backup quarterback for Oskaloosa. Fired it back across his body, an ill-advised throw, and the Demons a chance to add more to their big lead.
You know, Caden Griner, he needed that one, because it was on the opposite side of the play, or the opposite side of the field. When he had this one over here, but he turned it to a little bit of a deflection, he got his.
So a pick on senior day for one of these excellent Washington seniors in Caden Griner. And the Demons will take over. And Cale Williams is staying on the sideline. Nick Stone is the quarterback now for Washington. Going to give the juniors some reps at QB. It's a ball at the 31 of Oskaloosa. Chance for Stone to show what he's got. Quick screen pass goes to the outside. Broken tackle. Arm. Carson Ryan gets still going and into the end zone. Did he step out of bounds? He did. Excuse me.
Tough.
Not Carson Ryan. Carson Brown, rather.
A passing touchdown for the Demons would have set this place ablaze. Like, that would have been amazing.
Instead, Carson Brown takes the handoff. A nice game, broke a tackle.
I say go back to it.
He got 19 on that for a first down.
They didn't expect it. I say go back to it. Give them a chance to, throw the ball. Get the receivers involved. You have the opportunity to, make some risky plays here.
3 receivers to Nick Stone's left. Hands it off. Griner right up the gut, and he grinds his way for a few yards. Give him 4. He'll go to the 9-yard line, or 7-yard line rather, I believe, of Oskaloosa. All the way to the 4 rather. I'll bring up 2nd and 1.
I'm going to question the amount of chances he gets to play. Just because of the gap that we have right now.
About 10 minutes here left in this fourth quarter. Washington still leading 35-7.
Nick Stone, 2 receivers split out to his left, another 2 to his right. Griner is to his left in the backfield. Fakes the handoff, quick throw. It's another screen. Here goes Brown, tries to stiff arm him, man. That one is sniffed out. Another flag comes down, and I think that may go on the Indians that time. It was Trevin Griffin who kind of swatted that time at Carson Brown. So we'll check the flag. Actually, they're not sure which direction they're pointing in. Flag is just behind the 5-yard line. This might actually go on Washington. They were both grappling for it. Brown did try to go for the stiff arm and did get up into the helmet that time of Griffin. Griffin swatted as well, but they get Brown on the call, and so that will back it up. And that will bring up 2nd down and 9, rather. So ball now back to the 10-yard line.
Not saying that's wrong or right, but they're doing their job.
And now Stone will try again, see if they give him an opportunity to throw one into the end zone here. Motion man that time is Brown. He gets it on the jet sweep. Brown looks for a hole, tries to break a tackle, dragging a couple of defenders who eventually stonewall him. So another jet sweep will bring up 3rd down. Brown got a few there. Give him 2, maybe 3. That'll bring up 3rd and 6, maybe 3rd and 5. Maybe 3rd and 7 if they're conservative on the spot. Ball on the 8-yard line. And it is 3rd and 5, so Washington trying to, they can pick up a 1st down, but trying to get in the end zone once again. Just over 8 minutes to play. Stone, and there's movement up front. That's going to back Washington up.
That is the wide side, and we have flag. False start on the Demon.
So a Demon false start, and it'll be a frustrating penalty, regardless of the score line. You know, any great coach is going to get annoyed at little errors like that. That's going to back Washington up. That'll make it 3rd and 11.
Sometimes, and when in their position of the field right now, that could also work in their favor. It gives them a little bit more space to do a little bit more. But we'll see how they respond.
3rd and 10, ball on the 11. Here goes Brown up the middle. He gets the penalty yards back. That's about it. So 4th and 5, and we'll see if Tappan trots out or if they're going to let Nick Stone take a chance here. Obviously, an opportunity maybe to run a 4th down play. You have a big lead. A turnover on downs doesn't hurt you here.
If I'm Coach Kelly Williams in this position, I let Nick Stone just run this offense right now.
Clayton Evans coming into the backfield. Caden Griner taking a break. Pistol formation for the Demons. Stone with Evans behind him. Now it's the shotgun with Evans to his left. Looking for the jet sweep again. Stone's going to keep it. He's nearly dragged down, but Stone bursts through and gets in the end zone. And what a nice moment there for the junior. He was nearly wrapped up. It was a good read that time by Aiden Plum, who came right down and wrapped him up, but Stone wriggled his way free and wriggled his way in for 6.
And what a game that we saw that started off as could have been a chess match has now just turned into an abuse from the Demons onto these Indians. Now it's 41-7.
Tappan to try the extra point. Williams thought there was a holder, corrals the high snap. Tappan boots it through, and it is 42-7. And it goes without saying, this is now the most points the Demons have scored in a game this season. They got 35 in that Mid-Prairie loss. And you can tell that game against a ranked Golden Hawks team, and then the following week against a ranked Independence team, clearly has set Washington up for some success here at home. They've now given up just 22 points in what would almost be 2 games, or what would be 2 games if this 7-point scoreline holds.
They're just beating them down. Oskaloosa has no answer for anything that Washington is doing right now. And early on, it looked like they were countering. Early on, it looked like we could have been seeing a shootout here, but now it's just one-sided.
So we'll see if Colton Fawcett comes back out for Oskaloosa. I do see Edgar on the far sideline with his helmet on. Fawcett threw that interception that set up the Washington score.
Obviously, you can't throw in the towel, but it's almost like, just stay focused on the next game at this point if you're Oskaloosa.
They'll be back on the road in their next game. They face Newton on September 26th. Washington is going to go back on the road as well. They will have a big one that you can watch on Mount Pleasant live against the Panthers, who are losing right now to Central DeWitt. They're 3-0 as things stand. So a big one to start district play for Washington. Up next.
Great kick.
Kickoff eventually corralled and trying to make something happen. That time is Reeves, but he's eventually drugged down, and right in the same place for Oskaloosa to start their drive at that 35-yard line. Mount Pleasant, I mentioned, 3-0 in Class 3 District 4. Solon is the team to catch right now. One of the best teams in all of Class 3. They're 3-0. Keokuk at 2-1. These Demons looking to go into 2-2 here in the final 7 minutes of this game. And then Fairfield and Fort Madison both 0-3. The Trojans, who will come here to Case Field the week after that Mount Pleasant game for homecoming. An 0-3 team, but I was at their game against Centerville that they lost in a heartbreaker on back-to-back penalty calls. That's a good team. They can run the football, kind of an opposite of this Oskaloosa squad. Mount Pleasant obviously talented. Some good depth in this district. Washington looking to get to the playoffs for the first time since 2020 this season. Trying to turn around an 0-2 deficit. The quarterback is Fawcett for Oskaloosa. Another flag comes in. I was glancing at my notes, didn't see who it'll be on.
Probably a face mask. That's what it looked like. That's from the angle that I saw. It looked like it could have been a face mask.
While we have some deliberation, I'll inform the Iowa Hawkeyes have gone up 24-21 with 14 minutes to play in the fourth quarter against the Rutgers Scarlet Knights.
I'll have to go back to Iowa City after this game, so if the Hawkeyes win, the energy is going to be alive. If the Hawkeyes lose, people will still be having fun, but the energy will not be good. So,
great college town, Iowa City. It is a flag on the Demons that will bring the ball to the 44 of Oskaloosa. They'll have 1st and 10 with Fawcett under center. He hands it off to Reeves. Reeves trying to burst through the middle and will get 7 and cross the 50-yard line into Demon territory. Be interesting to have a conversation with Coach Kelly Williams after the game on the Community First post-game show. I obviously talked to him last week. He mentioned they got an extra week to look at Oskaloosa because, of course, the Indians played Burlington in their last game before that Mount Pleasant loss. So while Washington was studying the Greyhounds, they got to look at Oskaloosa a bit as well. Seems like that film study has paid off.
Oh, and he
drop pitch rather, and Reeves I think dove on it, and he did. So
we saw a lot of those errors. We got a hurt player for Washington.
It'll only be a loss of about 2.
Looks like
player is down for Washington. Isaac Madrano is in some pain. You got an Oskaloosa player down as well, so both guys will get attended to. We'll step aside briefly on the Southeast Iowa Video Network. Be right back.
Your adventure starts here. Capper Auto Group, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram will get you ready in style. Meet with our friendly and experienced team to find a vehicle that gets you on the road and rely on our service shop to keep you there. Capper Auto Group. See yourself the Capper experience. The Connie and Amanda team is dedicated to giving back to our community by actively engaging with our clients, businesses, and the public. When it comes to helping you find your next home, investment, or commercial space, the Connie and Amanda team is here for you.
Introducing Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every meal is a delight. Start your day with our mouthwatering breakfast options and savor flavorful lunches with friends and family. Cap off your day with our delectable dinners. Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every moment is delicious.
Good to see Isaac Madrano able to make his way off the field under his own power. Grady Kennedy was the injured player for Oskaloosa. He was also able to walk off after that play. So that will bring up 3rd down and 3 for Oskaloosa with 4:50 to play. Hopefully both players will be all right getting attended to on the sidelines. Washington with a huge lead over Oskaloosa, 42-7. Backup quarterback in for the Indians is Colton Fawcett. He's in the shotgun with a pair of backs right next to him. Drops back, rolls out right, looking, fires a good throw, and a completed pass will pick up a 1st down. Washington met him right at the line to gain.
That was
actually
huge. That was a really good block.
We'll see. Refs
a really good tackle there.
Refs aren't even going to look at it. They just move the chains. So nice throw that time by Fawcett. Found Aiden Plum, who has been lively here tonight. Plum, no catches coming in, but has had a busy day. A direct rollout working out that time for the Indians. Ball on the 45 of Washington. Can they get maybe what I believe they would consider a garbage time touchdown at this point?
Definitely garbage time.
Pistol formation. Handoff is to Reeves. Reeves has a lane. Reeves cuts back to the middle of the field and eventually wrapped up another big gain. Reeves needed 10, give him
We almost called that one. We almost called that one. A garbage time touchdown was almost, that was a big breakout run right there.
So a big run for Reeves, keeps moving the chains. Good to see Isaac Madrano actually running back on the field for Washington. A couple of Washington reserves looking like they're getting in as well. I heard Julian Parsons in on the stop, number 15 for Washington. He is a younger member of this Demon squad, doesn't have any stats yet this season, so getting some reps. The ball fumbled by Reeves. It's scooped up by Washington. Running back the other way, and no one there. A convoy and a touchdown for the Demons. It's Carson Brown on the scoop and score.
You got a flag on the field.
And a flag near the 50. You're right, Zeph. Boy, Carson Brown was Johnny on the spot for that. And I think this one's going to come back.
That's tough.
Reeves fumbled the pitch. He's dropped a few of those today. And it bounced right into the stomach of Carson Brown, who just sprinted with no one around him for a touchdown. A recess play, but it's going to come back. So that will erase the scoop and score for the Demons. Forced some extra work from our man on the 1s and 2s, Peter Camp, who has been great this evening.
This game wouldn't be able to end properly if we didn't get a flag there, you know?
Indeed, they have flown a plenty. I don't think the official call has been made, or if it was, I might have missed it. Potentially a block in the back, I think, for Washington.
Yeah, he made the official call.
The call has been made. So instead, the Demons will take over. Still in their own territory, actually, at the 41. And so a scoop and score, and instead we'll just go for a fumble recovery for Carson Brown.
The errors are going to be huge in that post-game conversation amongst the coach and his players.
So Washington have it at the 41. Hand off, another new quarterback is in for the Demons. Breaking free and rumbling forward for a big gain. That time, Washington continuing to turn out some offense, even their reserves. It's Julian Parsons on the run. He got the handoff from Easton Rugg, who is in at quarterback now for Washington. 2 skill guys with no stats this season, 2 younger members of the Demon squad. Actually, both baseball players as well, good baseball players for the Demon baseball team.
Freshmen,
so how about that for Julian Parsons?
That was big.
Big gain, brings into Oskaloosa territory.
He would use the legs there, too.
So a couple of junior varsity stars getting in. They won in overtime before this. A flag flies. Nice skip pass by Rugg. And some space out wide. That's Creighton Guy. And we'll check the flag, but otherwise a big gain for Creighton Guy. And the 2-minute timeout hit as well. And it's a false start for Washington. That will negate the Creighton Guy catch.
2:07 left here in the fourth quarter. It's really good to see the young guys on the field right now.
Absolutely is.
When you get your number called, no matter what point in the game it is, you got to give it your all.
Mentioned that junior varsity game, which some of these guys played in. It was a 7-6 barn burner that Washington won in overtime. So, drop snap there. Rugg able to dive on it and is swallowed up. Ticking down under 90 seconds to play. And I do have an unfortunate development from the Iowa-Rutgers game. The Scarlet Knights have a 28-24 lead in the fourth quarter. So everyone can flick on that game once the final minute and change ticks down here. Antoine Raymond, 1-yard touchdown run for Rutgers. Final minute. Washington's going to get out of here with a win. They will jump to 2-2 on the year. They will go to Mount Pleasant to start Class 3A District 4 play. Rugg is going to kneel it out. I think they'll have to take one more knee if my math is correct. Indeed, they will. So Washington going to walk out of here with a 42-7 win, a statement victory for the Demons. We'll hear all about it from Coach Kelly Williams on the Community First postgame show. One more kneel from the third quarterback we've seen today for the Demons, Easton Rugg, and that will wind down the final 20 seconds. Washington takes care of business against Oskaloosa, winning 42-7 over the Indians. Zeph, quick thoughts from you before we get some more closing thoughts in the postgame show.
Washington looked really good tonight. They took a commanding and a strong way to defend home field. Oskaloosa, they've got some work to do. The game started out looking like they wanted to compete, but Washington just kept nailing at it. They went to what worked, and they stayed there, and it seems like Oskaloosa wasn't able to, figure things out defensively, which led to a 42-7 blowout victory from the Washington Demons.
So Washington able to defeat Oskaloosa 42-7. They improved to 2-2. Oskaloosa falls to 0-4 on the season. When we come back, we'll have some more closing thoughts, followed by Coach Kelly Williams on the Community First post-game show. This has been Washington Demon Football. Don't go anywhere to hear from Coach Williams in just a few minutes. You're watching Washington Demon Football on the Southeast Iowa Video Network, presented by Washington County Hospital and Clinics.
My name is Levi Lyle. I have lived in Kielder my entire life, but I've been an organic farmer for about a decade. Truly, the reason to do business locally is because of the joy and fulfillment that comes in relationships. Coming to Professional Proteins is an opportunity to work with good people.
At Washington Lumber and Home Center, our extensive knowledge, great pricing, and a long list of local installation experts, you are guaranteed to get the service you deserve with the quality you should expect. Washington Lumber and Home Center, your local place for great results.
At Southeast Iowa Cabinets and Strabela Construction, we provide everything from design to complete installation of your kitchen cabinets. For small town service with competitive prices, Southeast Iowa Cabinets and Strabela Construction are here for you. At Wolf Floral, you'll find everything you need to spruce up your summer. Located on the southeast corner of the Washington Square, we've got you covered from small gift items to the finest floral arrangements around. Wolf Floral, unique by choice, not by chance.
In the heart of rural Iowa, where community matters most, The connections we make are made to last. Meet KCTC, your hometown internet, phone, and TV provider. At KCTC, we're not just about technology, we're about people. Our dedicated team are your neighbors, committed to bringing you top-tier services right where you live. We believe in giving back to the community that raised us. Experience the power of a real connection with KCTC. Join us in building a stronger, more connected Southeast Iowa.
Check out Community Profiles every Thursday, where our host, Greta Clemens, talks with people from around Washington about their stories and highlighting upcoming events. Make sure to tune in to Community Profiles every Thursday at 10 on the Southeast Iowa Live Facebook and YouTube page. Here at The Morning Breath, we start every morning with style and grace.
Give me a
Engaging you with thoughtful and critically thinking topics to start your day.
Did you know that Pop-Tarts are like horrible for you?
While always maintaining a professional and family-friendly environment.
John, you're no longer a virgin.
Oh, and all the other stuff.
Flowers. Yes, read the book. We talk on all over the world. Out of
There's another word for that, Peter. What do we call that? Cold.
It is cold. It's going to get
Weekdays at 7:15, only on the Southeast Iowa Video Network Facebook and YouTube page.
At WCHC, our goal is to take great care of our patients and our staff.
We are able to approach you, take care of your issues, but also give you a path, as far as referrals or treating you right then and there.
Our role in the community is taking care of something that matters to everyone. It's their family and their health.
More than you expect for your health care.
There are places where all roads lead to families providing for their loved ones and their community. That's where you'll find us. Generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
At Seafirst Credit Union, we're all about making connections, like how we connect you to that dream vacation with a savings account designed to help get you on the flight there. Connect with Seafirst today and see why together is better.
Your adventure starts here. Capper Auto Group, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram will get you ready in style. Meet with our friendly and experienced team to find a vehicle that gets you on the road and rely on our service shop to keep you there. Capper Auto Group. See yourself the Capper experience. The Connie and Amanda team is dedicated to giving back to our community by actively engaging with our clients, businesses, and the public. When it comes to helping you find your next home, investment, or commercial space, the Connie and Amanda team is here for you.
Introducing Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every meal is a delight. Start your day with our mouthwatering breakfast options and savor flavorful lunches with friends and family. Cap off your day with our delectable dinners. Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every moment is delicious.
My name is Levi Lyle. I have lived in Kyoto my entire life, but I've been an organic farmer for about a decade. Truly, the reason to do business locally is because of the joy and fulfillment that comes in relationships. Coming to Professional Proteins is an opportunity to work with good people.
At Washington Lumber and Home Center, our extensive knowledge, great pricing, and a long list of local installation experts, you are guaranteed to get the service you deserve with the quality you should expect. Washington Lumber and Home Center, your local place for great results.
At Southeast Iowa Cabinets and Strabela Construction, we provide everything from design to complete installation of your kitchen cabinets. For small town service with competitive prices, Southeast Iowa Cabinets and Strabela Construction are here for you. At Wolf Floral, you'll find everything you need to spruce up your summer. Located on the southeast corner of the Washington Square, we've got you covered from small gift items to the finest floral arrangements around. Wolf Floral, unique by choice, not by chance.
In the heart of rural Iowa, where community matters most, the connections we make are made to last. Meet KCTC, your hometown internet, phone, and TV provider. At KCTC, we're not just about technology, we're about people. Our dedicated team are your neighbors, committed to bringing you top-tier services right where you live. We believe in giving back to the community that raised us. Experience the power of a real connection with KCTC. Join us in building a stronger, more connected Southeast Iowa.
Players
meeting behind us after what was an emphatic performance on both ends of the field. Cale Williams, 4 touchdowns for him. You saw Nick Stone get into the end zone. It was all kinds of damage, mainly on the ground once again. Yep. You know, it wasn't the sort of rock fight we saw against Burlington. There were a lot more explosive plays generated, Zeph.
A lot.
What did you notice from that Washington offense that was just clicking so well here tonight for them to get the win?
It seemed as though they were trying to figure out what would work, and once they figured out that keeping the ball on the ground and switching up the offense a little bit, we saw some receiving yards this game. That was huge because they came into the game with negative receiving yards off that Burlington loss or Burlington win. So it was just great to see them figure out how to confuse the Indians tonight.
Absolutely, yeah. You saw some more passes, some direct rollouts to his right for Cale Williams. Had some nice completions over the middle. Had a trick play as well. I mean, that was
awesome.
That was pretty impressive to see. It didn't come off. It was Nick Stone looking for Cale Williams. It nearly paid off in a touchdown. And I'm curious to ask Coach Kelly Williams, who we'll talk to in a minute about this. But defensively, the Demons able to hold Oskaloosa to 7 points. You could very easily build a big lead and allow some garbage time touchdowns. They didn't even do that. They weathered as well some penalties. There were flags aplenty in this game, and Washington able to kind of weather the storm. Had another really good game defensively. I felt, particularly from the defensive line, really made the Oskaloosa quarterback, their playmakers really feel it.
Indeed.
Got a couple of takeaways as well.
Yeah, it's funny when you bring up the penalties. I think that took maybe a whole nother quarter of the game because there were so many, and it was like, we were wondering if the composure of the guys were ever going to get there, as the first quarter was just filled with them. But then that second quarter and that third quarter, it just seemed as though they figured it out. They figured out how to be here with the game, and credit to the officials. They called them both sides.
There was plenty of flags flown, but they did fly both ways, I felt. And you're right. You go to that penalty-riddled Oskaloosa drive. They make it 28-7. You're thinking, okay, there's still time in the third quarter. They can work their way back. This is a team that has been in some shootouts before, but Washington able to come back, have a commanding first drive of the third quarter themselves on offense, and able to put away any opportunity for Oskaloosa to try and turn things around at Case Field. Washington now just 21 points allowed in their 2 home games. They're going to go back out on the road to face Mount Pleasant. Going to be a really exciting matchup. That one you can watch on Mount Pleasant Live. Will be really exciting to see the Panthers falling after a 3-0 start tonight to Central DeWitt. But yeah, Zeph, quick other thoughts, and then we'll kick to a break, talk to Coach Williams.
It reminds me of the conversation we had in the postgame with Coach Williams last week, and he mentioned about them in the summer. They slept on this field.
Defending the case,
and you felt that tonight.
Absolutely.
Because with a long game that we had with the penalties, and you saw, multiple times where Oskaloosa got the ball in good field, they just couldn't score because Washington knew defend the case. So that's a big takeaway for me.
We'll send it to a quick break. We'll hear from Coach Kelly Williams in just a moment. You're listening to the Community First Postgame Show on the Southeast Iowa Video Network.
In the heart of rural Iowa, where community matters most, the connections we make are made to last. Meet KCTC, your hometown internet, phone, and TV provider. At KCTC, we're not just about technology, we're about people. Our dedicated team are your neighbors, committed to bringing you top-tier services right where you live. We believe in giving back to the community that raised us. Experience the power of a real connection with KCTC. Join us in building a stronger, more connected Southeast Iowa.
Check out Community Profiles every Thursday, where our host, Greta Clemens, talks with people from around Washington about their stories and highlighting upcoming events. Make sure to tune in to Community Profiles every Thursday at 10 on the Southeast Iowa Live Facebook and YouTube page. Here at The Morning Breath, we start every morning with style and grace.
Give me a
Engaging you with thoughtful and critically thinking topics to start your day.
Did you know that Pop-Tarts are like horrible for you?
While always maintaining a professional and family-friendly environment.
John, you're no longer a virgin.
Oh, and all the other stuff.
Flowers. Yes, read the book. We talk on all over the world. Out of
There's another word for that, Peter, what do we call that?
Cold. It is cold. It's going to get
Weekdays at 7:15, only on the Southeast Iowa Video Network Facebook and YouTube page.
At WCHC, our goal is to take great care of our patients and our staff.
We are able to approach you, take care of your issues, but also give you a path, as far as referrals or treating you right then and there.
Our role in the community is taking care of something that matters to everyone. It's their family and their health.
More than you expect for your health care.
There are places where all roads lead to families providing for their loved ones and their community. That's where you'll find us. Generation after generation, Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
At Seafirst Credit Union, we're all about making connections, like how we connect you to that dream vacation with a savings account designed to help get you on the flight there. Connect with Seafirst today and see why together is better.
Your adventure starts here. Capper Auto Group, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram will get you ready in style. Meet with our friendly and experienced team to find a vehicle that gets you on the road and rely on our service shop to keep you there. Capper Auto Group. See yourself the Capper experience. The Connie and Amanda team is dedicated to giving back to our community by actively engaging with our clients, businesses, and the public. When it comes to helping you find your next home, investment, or commercial space, the Connie and Amanda team is here for you.
Welcome back to the Community First Post-Game Show, live from Case Field. Jack Knowlton, Zeph Walker L, and the winning coach for the Washington Demons, Coach Kelly Williams. You guys get the victory on Senior Day. Blowout win. I want to start there. Just how special is that? You've got nine seniors on this team. It's a great group. They're obviously key contributors, but great guys as well. How nice was it to get the win for them?
So we always start in the summertime and just talk about leaving our jersey in a better place. And we challenge our seniors each year. When you get that jersey in July or 1st of August, when you hand that baby back in, did you leave it in a better place? And these seniors, they just keep working every day. I would tell you it started at practice. We had a great week of practice, and it showed tonight. And I challenged them here just after the game. That's exactly what happened. Was I need everybody to come to work on Monday morning and get back to work.
You talked about the summer, and last week you mentioned about the camp out. The defense was here tonight. We felt that defense in defending Case Field. What are your comments on your defense you guys had tonight?
I thought they were flying around. We'll start in the first half. There wasn't a whole lot in the first half. When we went into the locker room, we just told them that they're just like you guys are not going to give up. We're going to have to go take it. There was one drive that I would like to take back, and we'll challenge our guys. That's the part of it. I've told them that in my 12 years of watching football, I've never watched a perfect film yet. So there's always something that we can correct. And we can clean that up. But it's just a testament to those seniors and the leadership that they have coming to work every day. And we're getting better each week and at the right time.
You talked after Burlington, you guys kind of realized, okay, the pass game's not working. We're going, right on the ground. It worked well. The offensive line's clicking. We saw a little more kind of diversity in the attack tonight. A lot of good designed rollouts for Cale Williams, and obviously that seemed to open up, the run game for him and for others as well. Just what'd you think about the, kind of dynamics of your offense and how you can kind of carry that forward to continue putting up points like this?
So we meet as a staff on Sundays, and we will. We started working on what his reads are and just making sure, just making it easier. Is there five in the box? Is there 6 in the box? Is there 7 in the box? And I think it helped tonight. Right? I don't think we could. Fellas, you got to move. Fellas, you got to move. Fellas, you got to get out of the camera.
Thanks.
Sorry about that, fellas. Sorry.
You did some coaching for us. We appreciate that.
Sorry about that. But we went back to the drawing board on that and just said, hey, what does he see? It doesn't matter what we see. The bullets are flying, and we just made kind of a checklist for him so he could kind of go through it in his head. I still think there's some times that maybe we didn't make the right reads, but I think we got better than what we were last week. So,
mentioning putting that ball in the air, we saw some trick plays from you guys tonight. They didn't play out a little bit in your favor, but we saw them. Where'd that come from?
So we had the offense. They can come up, they can draw up a play, and then I think they drew up 2 or 3 of them, and then the offensive coaching staff gets to look at it, and then we'll implement it. So we'll probably have some in the
There's a couple more potentially we might
absolutely.
see. Yeah,
love it. All right. I'm not going to hold it in. No, we might have one for each game. So
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we're looking forward to that. I want to go back briefly to the penalties. The flags were flying for both teams tonight. What can you learn from that and tell the guys in terms of fighting through that? We saw a little bit of extracurriculars too from both teams after some plays. What's kind of the message to learn from that and weather that in future games, especially when they're closer?
We talked about the summertime staying here. So right before we did our inter-squad scrimmage, I have a crew come in, an official crew come in, and I just have them introduce themselves and tell them like what do they do, like what's their job outside of officiating. Like those guys didn't come here tonight to miss a call or screw a call up. It just happens. The game's going so fast. But again, some of that stuff, I talked to him afterwards. I like him playing with an edge, but we just got to know when that edge just gets a little bit too far. And I think we kind of went over that on a couple of them, and we'll address that. We do some conditioning for all of our penalties on Monday. So
whatever the reason is,
perfect starts.
Last one from me, Coach. Obviously, you have a tough game in Mount Pleasant. You start district play next week. How excited are you? How are you feeling about that? Just going in, they're a good team. Obviously, started 3-0. I think they might have lost to Central DeWitt tonight, but just what's the feeling heading into that district game? What's going to be the message to the team starting Monday?
So that's a team that I just call them the team from down south.
Right.
There's a lot of rivalry with that opponent, but they've been getting better over the past few years. If you look at their offensive line, it just consistently year after year just keeps getting better and better and better. And I think their record. I didn't know that they lost.
At least they were down. Yeah.
So their opponent. Yeah. It's their homecoming, so we're going to try to go down there and ruin their homecoming.
Washington going to try to play spoiler. There was no shot at an Oskaloosa spoiler here tonight. The Demons winning 42-7 on their home field on senior night, honoring some of those seniors. Coach, thank you so much for the time. Congrats on the win. That'll do it for the Community First post-game show on the Southeast Iowa Video Network. We'll be back here in 2 weeks when Washington to that one. Yeah.
I won't walk by you again.